Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. We got Zach in the house finally. Where were you?
What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday.
You were gone for a whole week in New York City.
Yeah, brother. I've been traveling.
New York City.
This past week, man, been on the road, that DeFi life, just here, there, decentralized living, man. But it's been a great week. I'm back home now.
Did you bunk with a roommate or something from college?
Yeah, actually, one of my best friends all the way back from high school. We went to the same university as well, but he's up there in a DO school up in New York City. So yeah, I went to go visit him, make sure he's studying nice and hard, make sure he's on his grind, making sure he's beating all the other nerds, and he's doing a great job. So it was a great trip.
That's pretty cool.
How
much is his rent?
What was that?
Curious. I said, do you know how much his rent is?
I
for
think
New York City? It's nice.
$2,500 a month, something like that.
Like he seemed like he had a great area. Is that his balcony?
That's where I was shooting. If you guys saw my latest video, I got to shoot from his balcony, and I was
How big is his apartment? Like 600 square feet?
Oh yeah, it was small. We're joking it's a Tokyo penthouse, right? It's not too much space, but a great location, and it's a beautiful apartment. Yeah.
Nice. Goldwyn, how you been doing?
Busy, man. I guess I got promoted at work. So
oh, that's right.
You better find out.
Let's have a drink to that, fellas. Come on. Here's to Chris's promotion.
Cheers.
Here's to more work and no more money.
Oh,
hey, I like that Yeti cup. It matches.
I know. I saw it and I thought of you, man. I had to get it for you.
Nice big yellow banana.
Yeah. How about you, AG? How's that thing in your willy?
Yeah, I heard
you just throw that out there,
the complications. What's going on with you, brother? How's your health doing? What's going on?
You know what, man? I don't know. I don't know what my health is like right now. I know the doctor put a catheter in me, and I have to keep it in there for February 20th. So basically a month. So if you see me tugging, messing around, it's not because I'm excited to see you. It's just I got some issues on there. So. Or if you see me have to bounce, it's because my bag's full.
Yeah, I was going to say if we see you running, it's because you're leaking there, huh?
Yeah, no. On a serious note, though, they're testing me for bladder cancer and prostate cancer. I went in there because I couldn't pee, and they're like, "Man, you're super young for having these issues." So I had to get some blood work done today. Wednesday, I have to go get another CAT scan.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's just an infection and it's just swollen. So
yeah. Hey, did the doctor say you got a bladder like an elephant?
Actually, they said my bladder was like 3 times the size of a normal bladder. I had 2 liters of urine in my bladder that they had to drain.
Yeah, well, there you go.
They got an ultrasound, like checking me like a baby, and they're like, "Do you have to pee?" And I'm like, "No, I just went." And they're like, "Bro, you got like 2 liters of urine in you." They're like, the average person has 300 milliliters. And they're dancing around. And I'm just sitting there chilling out with 2 jugs of water in my gut.
Yeah. When I told my wife, she's all like, "How much?"
Yeah, it was a lot, dude.
Like 1,200 milliliters or whatever.
Yeah, I was sitting there. My bladder was elongated. So
I'm glad you're here with us tonight, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, Bertha-sized bladder. I like that. But not the best medical condition to have unless your name is Bertha. So keep it to the elephants.
Who's on the show tonight?
We have Patrick Cryptozoa. He was our most popular guest. We had to bring him back on.
Nice. I like Patrick, dude. He's got a lot of insight. Now, the only bad side about Patrick is that he can't stay on very long because he loses power. He puts all of his money into Elephant and doesn't pay the power bill. Let's hear it for Patrick, guys. Let's get him on the show.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on, Patrick?
Oh, not much. Your life.
You know what my favorite part about Patrick is?
What?
He drinks
He
with
does
us
like
on
to
happy
drink.
hour.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
the only day I drink is Mondays. So
That's right. What are you drinking? What's your drink of choice tonight?
I'm having a Zevia cherry cola with a Weller mixer.
Nice. Look at that.
Zeely cherry mixer. Never heard of that. That must be somewhere in Colorado.
Oh, Weller?
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just a Zevia cherry cola. It's a sugar-free thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I like
Ooh,
your ice
cherry.
cube there.
Cherry cola. That's a thumbs up from.
I have the round, ice cube.
Yeah.
I got those too. I don't use them very often though.
They're
It's
fun.
too much of a pain in the butt to try to refill.
They are a pain in the butt.
The question is, what is Zach drinking?
I'm a little bit dehydrated, a little bit sparse. I've been driving all day back home, so nothing right now. I need to get some juice or something here.
The doctor told me I couldn't drink dark liquor, so I'm doing Sprite and vodka tonight.
Yeah, my homie. Joining the clear side.
You got me hooked on it, actually.
Yeah.
Baseball. Early morning game, Sprite and vodka and some orange juice.
That's right. You wave the orange juice at it, just so it makes a opaque.
We got some exciting news. I think we should hold off on it though. I don't know. What do you think? Tease
I think so too.
tease the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, we should definitely get the crowd a little bit bigger. Everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Hope you guys are having a great night. We've got some awesome alpha to drop in a few minutes coming up here. So make sure you tell your friends, come on in. We got to hear what's going on. What's the latest Elephant Money alpha? Be the first one to know. So thank you guys for showing up. What's going on, Gregory? What's going on, Q? We got so many people in the house. Crazy Eddie. Hey, what's going on, Thor?
Hey, what's up, Greg? Long time no see. Noisy Elephant first in. He actually beat us in today. It was pretty crazy.
He did.
So if you guys haven't seen Q's shorts, they're pretty amazing. They're the little animated ones with the elephant with the little glasses on or whatever.
Does he do that himself or does he outsource that?
No, he said he does them.
He doesn't? A little artist.
Q, do you do all of those shorts?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. He'll let us know in the chat.
Gregory's got some Old Forester 1920. Nice.
You guys drinking drinks I don't even know.
Never had that before?
Is it brown?
Way to go, Noisy. Doing it yourself.
Yeah,
I made all the intros myself too. I used to outsource that stuff like to learn, but YouTube teaches us all.
Yeah. Is Old Forester a brown liqueur?
It's a whiskey.
Liquor? Yeah, no. Then I've never tried it.
You don't drink whiskey?
I other than Fireball, but then I get in trouble. So I try to I try to stay with the vodka. It doesn't get me in as much trouble.
Yeah. I feel like I get a little bit more rowdier with vodka than I do with
really.
Yeah.
Hey, the perfect show for it. Rugs to Riches. Hey, the rowdy side of crypto and DeFi.
All right. So what's going on with Elephant Money, man? Let me know.
I mean, it's been exciting last couple of weeks. We have
version 8 out, right?
The futures V8 change is now launched and up and running. So we've now got that personal bonus 0.2%, depending on when you've compounded within the last 45 days. Is that correct? You guys can jump in if I quote something wrong here. But so yeah, we've got the personal rate plus the now group rate. So when the herd rose together, we're going back up to that 0.5 a day special. But right now we're currently, back in action with the V8 release.
Patrick, what do you think about this version 8?
I like it. I think it reinforces the sustainability and basically the survivability of futures. And it bumps up the percentages. I mean, currently it's at what 0.30, and it's rising, so it's having a positive effect. I think pretty soon we'll see that 0.5% a day soon enough.
Oh, really? What do you think? Like in 30 days from now? Is that your prediction?
I don't know about 30 days, but within 60 maybe. So
Oh, really? No, that's just right around the corner.
It is, yeah. Along with the the bull run, that's going to start kicking in as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually sold a lot of BTC that's in my Roth IRA account, thinking that the price would go down to 32, and I would jump back in, and it never did. So now I'm like, oh, damn. So now I got a dollar cost average back into it. I'm going to go with the new Fidelity.
Where'd you sell at your GBTC? What was it at when you were selling it?
The price of Bitcoin was, I think, 42.9. I think it was right under 43. I sold it, and then I started dollar cost averaging back into a Fidelity Bitcoin ETF.
The spot ETF, yeah.
Is that the FBTC ticker? Fidelity Bitcoin FBTC.
So I had 3 of them that I was trying out. So I had Grayscale, and it's because I can't buy Bitcoin inside of my Roth IRA. So I had Grayscale, but they have like 1.5% interest rate, or not interest rate. What do they call it?
Is it the fee? Is that the base?
Yeah, the fee. So I was like, I want to get out of that, because I got into that, and it was like $8 when I got into it, and I sold it around $43.
Wow,
a share. So I sold all my holdings in that, and I was hoping it would go down to Bitcoin would drop to 32,000 and go back in, but it never did. So I dollar cost averaged into 3 of them. ARK, 21 shares. The IBIT, which is BlackRock, and Fidelity. I've been watching them, and I finally chose a winner. I'm going with Fidelity because BlackRock has a lot more volume than anyone else, but it's not a whole lot more compared to Fidelity. And I've noticed that Fidelity actually has better price moves to the upside and doesn't drop as hard as BlackRock. So I feel like BlackRock has more day traders that are buying and selling, which will manipulate the price a little bit more in that particular stock. Not by much, because it's supposed to track Bitcoin, but if BTC, or I'm sorry, IBIT is down by 2%, Fidelity one might be down 1.9%. And then the other way around, it might be up a little bit higher. So it just seemed more stable, and it had a lot of liquidity moving into it. So I figure that's probably going to be one of the top 3. So I'm putting all my eggs in that one for that.
There you go. It's cool.
I have a feeling that you'll get another swing at 32 grand, honestly.
Do you?
Yeah, there's the GBTC. There's a bunch that still needs to be unraveled, still being sold, and then there's the FTX selling, and then the government selling a bunch.
I heard that the government was selling, but I wasn't sure why or what were they doing.
It's what was that old exchange, Silk Road? I mean, they've confiscated a bunch of those, so that's part of their sale. And there's other cases. That's not the only one.
That's surprising.
The Mt. Gox, I think, is another exchange that is releasing some of their Bitcoin that has been in custody. A funny story about that, and a proof that buy and hold works. A lot of people who purchased Bitcoin in the early 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s, 11s, 12, right? Some of those people who had purchased it on Mt. Gox, which was a centralized exchange, because that exchange was a centralized exchange and blew up, like many other CeFi exchanges following it. A lot of their Bitcoin was held from the customer's custody. They couldn't withdraw. So now that it's been a decade in court, and now all the paperwork and all of the liquidation of the company has occurred, some of those people are now receiving their Bitcoin back that they haven't touched for 12, 13 years. So they may have bought it at $300 and now Bitcoin's at, $39,000. So kind of what Patrick's talking about, there's a lot of this unlocked sell pressure, even from Bitcoin side, because of some of these cases. So there's their proof in the pudding, man. If you bought Bitcoin at 300 and you haven't been able to touch it for a decade, I mean, I'd be pretty happy right now selling it at 30,000 plus.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah, totally.
And they wouldn't have stood a chance holding it all the way through 20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, most of them will let it all go.
Yeah, it's almost a gift to them to not have the ability to sell. Otherwise, they probably would have sold way back.
That's my mindset right now with Celsius. They've got all my Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'm like, maybe when it comes back, when I get my hands on it again, it'll be, all-time highs.
Hey, there you go. That'd be
Have
good.
you heard anything about that, Goldwyn? Like any news? Because he got me into it, so he's trapped too.
Yeah, no, I haven't really been following that much. I know that they're getting close. They've gone through all of their last appeals and stuff like that. So they paid out some of the first wave people, the ones that weren't in lend, the ones that just had custody. They paid them out. So now they're starting with the lend people. So there's two kind of brackets. We fall into the one because we borrowed against our BTC, but you chose the route where you just foregoed that, right? You just wrote that off as even Steven and took your remainder, or did you?
Know. I thought we did the same on Celsius, and mine was different on the VOD network.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
always
you
leads me into these bad places.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Speaking of some good places, Elephant Money, right, is back up and running, and we got that alpha coming to you soon in a little bit here. But I wanted to kind of jump over to Patrick. I know you've been writing some articles. You got any articles you can talk to us tonight about regarding Elephant?
Yeah, well, we have the article contest coming up. Well, it's ending. It's a month. It's changed from every 2 months, so now it's every month. And so I'm grandfathering in the articles that were written in December, and then also, into January. So we have 2 more days left. And the contest, if you're not aware, it's the top 3 articles by views. And each one that wins, it's by author. You get one NFT, and that's a reward.
So each article wins an NFT?
Yeah, so 3 NFTs will be given to the top 3. So 1 per author. And it's been great because we've gotten some new authors. We've got some of the returns of the hard hitters, and it's across a wide swath of the different writers. And so it's kind of an exciting roster. And so I think I'm just going to go ahead and post the top 10 to the main Elephant group right now. Yeah.
You're putting it on the Elephant chat?
Yeah. So that's in the Telegram, the Elephant Money one. It's a list of the top 10 with the different authors. And I think this is unique in that the top 10, there's not a repeat of a certain author. So each one of the top 10 is a different author, which is...
Zach, you pulling it up?
I think
Zach, you lost audio?
Yep, I can pull it up for you, those top 10 there. Give me a moment here. If you
can.
share my screen, I got it pulled up now.
Yep.
So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
I just posted it. So you can see that the top 10, the top 3 right now, there's Crypto Stews, Elephant Money Futures, Changes Explained. We have the Noisy Elephant.
I think Q in the house.
Yeah, this is one of the I don't know if it's his only article or not, but the Bitcoin versus Elephant, Tale of Two Store of Value Assets.
So do you pick the top 10 and then the
it's all by views.
Yeah,
it's all by views.
They're all pretty close too. Look at SK coming in 4th so far. We have 2 more days, Patrick, for them.
Yeah,
to
2 more
go
days, and
vote?
then so number 3 is unveiling the looming elephant money supply shock by Matt V. And I was actually surprised. I thought SK would rank higher,
Yeah.
and so with
Look at
90,
that.
908
He's a good speaker, but not a good writer.
Oh, wait a second. It's a good article. I love all the articles. But yeah, and I've read all of these, and a lot of them are really interesting. And the one by the Empress, she's a first timer writer for the publication. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting one. And then we have MD squared. He's number 6. So the thing is that in the article contests, I've seen people win in the final 2 days. And a lot of it has to do with the title, good writing, being a regular writer. But interestingly enough, new writers can often, they get distributed. So email distribution by Medium. If they're selected, that can result in thousands of views, like all of a sudden. And a lot of it has to do with either being a new writer or you're a regular writer, and then the combination of a great title with great writing. I mean, great writing will never go out of style, but a lot of focus on promotion. The ones who promote consistently win. So they post on, say, the Telegram groups. They get onto a YouTube video. They get on Reddit. They post on X. So multiple avenues of promotion. Or other people promote it. So it's there's different ways to win it, but there's certain like writing tips and certain methods to get the word out. But there's 2 more days, and so the top 3 isn't set in stone. Someone that's even beyond the top 10 could win in the last 2 days.
So you've read all the articles then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the main editor. There's someone else that's publishing them as well. I think it's Fleming. He's one of my editors.
So if you've read majority of them, if not all of them, do you have a favorite?
You can't
Are you,
say
are you
that
allowed,
yet.
are you allowed to say? I mean, is that influencing the results?
They're all great in different ways. And I have to say I did like the 2024, the Year of the Elephant by the Empress. I just thought it just came from the heart. It wasn't overly technical. It was by a person who was a first-time writer who came in and just gave a heartfelt what she felt about elephant money ecosystem. So as far as all of those, I think not a favorite, but one that I really liked.
Shout out to the Empress. Let's go. We got to get her views up so she can get in that top 3. I love it.
Number
go.
6. She can get to number 1.
She can do it.
Yeah.
What's
And you
up,
said the
DeFi
top-
J? Shout
Top
out.
3 win an NFT.
What's that?
I said the top 3 win it in NFT.
Yeah. And it's something that BT provides. Like I'm not the one who's giving out the NFTs. So it's out of his reward fund, out of his marketing, all the NFTs that he bought. And this is going on monthly, so 3 a month. If you don't win this month, write next month.
Yeah, that's such a great opportunity given that it's going on every month. So just right, I saw that going. So right now, like you mentioned, 2 days left this month. So get your fingers warmed up, everyone. So get it in for this month, and then once February starts, right, you'll be ready for the next round. So that's really cool. Right now, because at around right now we're in round 2, which is a price of 2 BNB per NFT. So you're looking at a $600, a little bit over $600, prize for getting the word out. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a significant, reward. So for people who have the inclination to write, this is a great opportunity. So write a great article, like what the majority of the people that write for me, a lot of them are first-time writers, and behind the scenes they'll say, "Oh, I'm not a writer," and I said, "Well, just write about your experience," and then all of a sudden they become writers. So, it doesn't have to be overly technical, although the technical articles are necessary, like to understand, because this is a technical subject. But, it's also finance in general. So you can apply what you know in the TradFi world to this, and, just talk about your experience, how magnified it is in comparison to TradFi. How it might save you from doing some part-time work on the side by having a certain amount in futures, for example. Or in the upcoming bull run, it'll be really interesting to see what articles pop up after that.
Yeah, I think that is the best way, like you mentioned there. Great writing never goes out of style. And something like Elephant Money, there's so many different angles to view it as, and there's also just so much education and knowledge to share. This whole DeFi space is new to so many people. So just like you mentioned, even breaking down the basics and foundations, or just your experience joining into Elephant Money and what you've been working with, all that is just great content. So that is an awesome, reminder for all of our viewers out there. So get those fingers warmed up and let's get those articles written, right?
Yeah, and pay attention as far as like tips are concerned. It's only a clickbait title if it's not true.
Right.
So I mean, you can make it appealing, because that's the first thing that people see is the title. And so thinking about ways of giving people a reason to click through to actually read your article, that's the first step. And then back it up with your article, like back it up with good writing and with useful information. I mean, useful information, great writing, write about your experience, because you might, like, there's this one person in my group. She goes, well, I'm the single woman who I'm interested in crypto. I don't know if there'd be a market for that really, or there'd be a readership. I was going, there is, a ton of people who match your demographics exactly. And there's a readership for that. So if you write from your experience, what they'll do is they'll recognize themselves in your writing. And then half the battle is developing a readership. So the same for me, like I've been writing for years and now I have close to 5,000 people who follow me. And you just find that readership that wants to read what you want to write. And that's part of the key. And that also, if you're a regular writer, so there's certain algorithms in place, like there's a medium algorithm, then there's a search engine algorithm, and they reward certain actions. So if you have great writing and you write on a regular basis, say once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once a month, that feeds the algorithm, because Medium and the search engines like Google, they don't want to send you to a dead page or to an article you wrote, a year ago, never updated.
Yeah.
Who are you yelling at over there?
My dog. He came in and got in his cage and then wouldn't leave. My wife tried to get him out. He's over there.
Well, nice apartment. That's whoa. Oh wait.
Yeah, his penthouse apartment. Oh no, what's up, doggo?
And then there's the one that's taunting him.
What's their names?
Peyton and Maggie.
Peyton and Maggie.
Peyton didn't
You're
want
not
to.
really in a penthouse apartment, huh?
No.
I am. Now I won't be able to get my camera right. Damn dog.
I'm like, who's he snapping at? His wife just brought him a beer.
I know. She was the drink fairy.
Hilarious. Cool. Well, you think it's a good time, AG? So I should drop the alpha to our awesome people here in the chat.
Nope. I gotta wait.
Okay, we gotta wait a little bit longer.
Gotta wait.
Yeah, we have to get at least
30 minutes in yet.
Right. We're at 18 viewers or listeners. What are they?
Yeah, that's the 18 who are serious,
Yeah, no. We have to get up over 20.
We're going fishing.
Lay it on us.
Greg, we lost one. There
we go.
We were being greedy. We were being greedy.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned, during my New York trip, I was filming some elephant content. I actually had an idea, and I still will want to manifest this. It's been on my mind for a long time, but I have my big elephant with me, and I want to go to Wall Street, and let Bertha hang out next to the bull. This trip, the weather wasn't too good. When I got there, it was snowing, and then it was just kind of rainy and bad throughout the week. Then I wanted to go on Friday or Saturday when there was more kind of foot traffic, but just didn't work out the best. So this next trip, though, I think I'm gonna definitely, maybe I gotta pull you two up there with me. But we'll do some shenanigans in Times Square or do
Do you
something
think?
next to the bull.
Do you think you'll get more people coming at you when you're standing next to the bull in an elephant suit, or if you were standing next to the naked cowboy?
I gotta go find him. So maybe there's a couple tourist designations. I
It
can
could be like, you could hold up a sign and say, "Which trunk would you like to see more?"
Yeah. I can get Bertha on my back, and he can climb on top of Bertha, so he'll be on top of Bertha, on top of my shoulders. Yeah, that should draw some attention. But yeah, it was a great trip, and it'd be fun. I think I like that the juxtaposition of TradFi, the bull, right, and DeFi, which Bertha of elephant, I think is currently the king. So she'll have her rightful place. As the queen of finance soon enough.
Did you get a bigger blow up elephant, because it looked different than the one that you
No,
normally?
that's the same one I have. It's pretty big. It's a good 5 feet tall, and I don't know how
I didn't know,
wide.
actually. No, I thought you had an elephant suit that you're riding.
Yeah, he has two. He has two.
See, Golan's a real one. He knows I got two. I got the one that's a suit that I sit in, yeah, and the one that I had in the video recently, that's the blow up separate one. It's like
Okay, I didn't know you had
actually,
the one.
yeah, that's the one I jumped in the pool with and stuff. I threw it off a balcony, but
Oh,
the
jumping in the pool with one.
Yeah, that Bertha, the blow up one, she has a water nozzle through her trunk, so it's a sprinkler. So I can put a garden hose on the back of her, and she'll rain out. So
Yeah.
that would be cool too. Maybe put
You
something
live
else
in an
besides water
apartment,
in
so
there.
I'm guessing you deflate the elephant before you're done with everything, or do you
Yeah.
leave it?
Nah,
That's got to be a lot of work blowing that elephant up every time.
hey man, I got a hard worker. Got to blow Bertha up. Got the big lungs.
Got some good blowing skills, I see.
Yeah, I actually played trombone in middle school. I was first chair, so
I bet you did, buddy. I bet you did.
I got some good lungs. Yeah.
No,
Hey,
I'm just teasing.
DeFi J, thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate it. I'll get back to the grind. I'm back in town now. Got to get back to hitting the streets, getting some Uber Eats money, playing.
What happened to McDonald's? You didn't get the job?
What's that? McDonald's? That's also on the list. I got a lot of stuff coming up. McDonald's is waiting for my application. So.
Oh, I thought you already applied.
Not quite. No, that will be on camera. Y'all see me go in and ask for a job.
Oh,
nice.
That'll be exciting. I'll be anxious to see that.
Yeah, man. Trying to get that YouTube money, get that YouTube viewership, get the audience. I got to get some Medium articles written too, so I can cross platform. And
now, if you're going in for a job interview, you need to wear a yellow tuxedo like what you got on right now.
That's not a bad idea, because they'll think I'm wearing it for McDonald's. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to start this venture. I'm serious. Yeah. Yeah, sure enough, I'll probably send my application, and they'll announce, we're going. What are those kiosk screens? Have you seen those now popping up at fast food spots? I'll be the kiosk cleaner. I'm the guy. I'll wipe them down.
Hey, fun fact: my friend actually programs all of the McDonald's kiosks.
Hey,
really?
That's what he does.
Ask him if he has an opening. I'm looking for a job at McDonald's. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he might be able to refer you. I'll ask. I'll see if he can refer you.
Oh, there you go. So that's lesson number 1, networking, who you know. Hey, yeah.
That's great.
I got some exciting stuff for that series. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a marathon, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a good time.
Now, if you take your series and take the transcript and post that to Medium, you could win an NFT.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my avenues I can earn income. Being a writer for the contest. So you might see that popping up in an episode coming your way.
What do you think, Patrick? Is that allowed?
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep, DeFi J got me thinking of starting some side gigs for some extra money. Yeah, man. I mean, now's the time. Just a little macro step back. As we noticed, right, Bitcoin's had this little run up to 42K, and now we're kind of, excuse me.
It's all
Take
that
over, AG.
tromboning
This
you've
is
been
your
doing.
But
Oh,
sorry about that. But I'm just,
if you would, if you would go get a drink like the rest of us,
Yeah,
you'd be good.
not a
Don't
bad
put on the
idea. Not a bad
catheter.
idea. But I was just getting at, in the bigger picture of things, right now is the time to prepare, right? Whenever things are all going crazy, people aren't in position. They haven't been dollar cost averaging. They haven't taken the time to get ready, right? It's too late. You know, you've missed the, you know, proverbial you know, the bus has left the stop. So, or you know, so
Train us up to station.
be prepared. And that's what I also am trying to show in my series is right now, when nothing's going on, when you know, people are worried about Taylor Swift or something, that's the time you want to be on your grind and building your positions.
Yeah.
I'll get something to drink.
You know, the Super Bowl. It's coming up.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, maybe I need to bring Bertha to the Super Bowl. Maybe I got to find a way to get both of us in there.
In Vegas.
I'm gonna get some water.
Holding his thumbs down. No,
Why
Have
are you
Kansas City.
throwing down? What's wrong?
Have Kansas City, man. I'm tired of them.
Well, they're not gonna win.
Right. I
was
mean,
I was hoping for the Lions to get in.
You know, here's the theory, the conspiracy theory that I heard. They've had 3 companies that are female products. I think one was a tampon company, and I don't know the other ones, but they were saying that this is the first time in history that these companies have put ads out for the Super Bowl, and they're saying it's because of Taylor Swift.
100%.
So,
She's a plant.
yeah, there could be a plant.
She's
She
a
could
plant.
be, you know, it's
Which is the only reason the Kansas City was allowed to win.
whoa. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? Oh, we got a pour.
You know, have to fess it up. He's a smooth drinker. That's all I'm saying. We should get sponsored. Weller.
We should.
Weller.
Yeah,
That's right.
some cases delivered.
Yeah.
Man,
Where is Zach at, man? He must have been choking on his saliva. He is MIA. Zach, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Is that a bong? Is Zach
Zach.
smoking a bong? Is that an elephant bong over there on that counter?
He even has like a mic stand. Extendable.
I'm back. What's going on, family?
We're just
I'm
checking
back.
out.
Oh,
the setup.
we were
peeping
checking
on
out
your apartment.
bong. I didn't realize you smoked marijuana.
Y'all see my meditation pillow here?
Ooh, nice.
Thank you. Check it out. Hold on. Let me see if I get the dragon on it. There's like this dragon kind of embroidery. I actually got this at a garage sale.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is where I like to sit and contemplate the future of elephant money.
Is that a glass bong over there on your behind you?
So, yeah. It's my elephant.
Oh man.
There we go. Nice.
Whoa.
My little knickknacks, my little birthday here.
Patrick Gregory approves.
Too.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Listen,
You guys have matching pillows.
That's awesome.
I need an elephant on it though.
Ooh.
Listen, I thought if Patrick was going to grab the same pillow, we're definitely off.
Yeah.
I was like, what is the chances?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
that's why Patrick and I contemplate about things a little bit deeper than AG and Goldwyn here.
Well, you know,
We just like to have a little fun.
Yeah. Just messing with y'all. But yeah,
You're the brains. We're the I don't know.
we're the
not
hype
really
guys. You're the pretty face. Yeah, you're the guy sitting in front of green screens in penthouses.
that's right. I do have to admit, when I watched the little shorts that AG made, I did look pretty darn good with my little sunset in the
You did.
background.
I think it's funny that look at this. We got Goldwyn at a penthouse, and we got Patrick in a tent.
Big tent.
It's a yurt.
A yurt.
Yeah. It's a
As long as the lights stay on.
technically it's a gare. Yurt is
what?
Yeah, yurt is actually a Turkish term for Mongolian gur.
So
But
it's the
no
same
one,
thing.
but no one knows the word gur, so
Hmm.
I just call
How-
it yurt.
How do you spell the gur? That one? I'm just curious.
G-U-R.
Grrr,
Sound
like
it
a
out.
pirate.
Grrr.
G-U-R? Was that?
Like a pirate. Grrr.
Yeah, good enough for Genghis Khan. Good enough for me.
Hey.
I like
I mean, can't go wrong conquering half the 3/4 of the known world or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Mhm.
Hey, and we're doing the same with elephant money. Let's
So,
get it known
hey,
by
Patrick-
3/4 of the known world.
Patrick, are you going to make BTC 24 in Nashville?
I am. I'm booked. I even have my hotel and everything. So
Nice.
I'm
Oh,
definitely
really? Where are you staying?
I can't recall the hotel offhand. I'd have to look it up, but it's one of their on their list of hotels. If I'll DM you.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. I
Yeah.
haven't looked up anything yet. So,
Yeah, we need to get our game plan. Everybody's planning.
so to be honest with you, I might not go if we're not doing an elephant, community event. I mean, BT
Listen,
said we're doing it, but then left us
You know,
hanging.
Listen,
There's going to be a
Our-
booth, supposedly, right?
So who's running the
R2R
booth?
R2R can have the party. I'm a party planner. I can plan that shit.
Oh, nice.
Hey, we gotta rent some elephants. I gotta call up the local the circus and say, can we borrow them for a day?
So,
Oh,
Greg,
no,
are you
that would
going?
be awesome. That would be really awesome.
Hey,
If we can get
That's
one
the
of
elephant.
those little baby ones, they're cute.
little
Yeah, we could probably control a baby one.
Uh-huh. If
Yeah,
not,
there's
we can have the suits, have our army of elephant suits as well. That can help too.
Yeah, most likely I'll be at ETH Denver too. I think that's in February or March. I have to look it up.
Oh, that's right down
Yeah,
the
I was
road.
wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I might need to get my traveling back on and hit up each spot, each crypto event this year. That'd be cool. Make sure
Yeah.
we get our presence known,
Yeah, I think what's that guy who's on the YouTube, All Things ETH? I think he was asking if anyone's going to go to ETH Denver. So
Yeah.
I'll DM him and see if he's going. Maybe I'll swing up. It's only a 3.5-hour drive.
It's not
It's
bad at all.
I think it's a 3.5-hour flight from here.
I drove 9 hours today. It's not too bad. I drove.
Oh my gosh, that is a long haul.
Hey, it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, you just get in the right hand lane, put on some tunes, and just chill. Hang
Yeah.
out, talk with friends.
Autopilot.
I need to get. That's what I need to get is one of those Teslas so I can take a nap going down the highway, right? Like those crazy
I was
people.
driving to Orlando I think it was about a year ago, and this dude has got a newspaper in his hand, reading the newspaper, going about 65 down I-4 in a Tesla. That was the wildest thing, man. Crazy.
I was riding with in my friend's Tesla, and he
Mhm.
put it on assisted drive, and he said, "Check this out." And we took a curve. His hands are off the wheel, made the curve perfectly. I just went, "Oh my god! I've just seen a feature." That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I
I've
got-
been scared shitless.
I was a little scared.
That's awesome.
Crypto
Yeah,
Flyer
what's going
asks,
on,
"What's
Crypto Flyer?
the latest V8 strategies?" Patrick, I saw your article.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
you got for us?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because I've been kind of it's been in the back of my head to go through the different strategies, and I had my own ideas about, like, I thought, even with the personal bonus, that the 21/7 strategy would still come out on top, just because you'd have more time to just collect yield. But when I actually did my analysis, I was like, wow. The people in the rocket science group are right. The 4-3 is the winner, and especially when I looked at the one where you immediately do a deposit after you claim, that was the winner in 3/4 of the time periods that I tested. So I took the full 10-year time span that the calculator provides, and I divided it in quarters, and then I tested 9 out of the 21 different strategies. And the one that is a 4-3 with a deposit that immediately after claiming seems to be the winner as far as cash flow goes. So the calculator as it exists, it has an emphasis on the balance growing, and that's a different strategy. A lot of people just want to hit that 1 million in deposits and then claim out, and that's a valid strategy too. And you'll once you reach that 1 million, it'll drain out very quickly, but you'll get an extremely high payout at that time. Whereas people like Kelly Snook, she does the 4-3. I think she was the one who basically originated it, and that's a cash flow strategy. But I had always thought, in the previous versions, like version 6, the 21/7 to me seemed to come out on top versus the 4-3. But especially in version 8, the 4-3 actually shines, either version.
Can you clarify a little bit with the 4-3? So are we saying wait 4 days, compound with 200 worth of BNB, then wait 3 days and claim,
Yes.
and then redeposit 200? Can you?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you what is it? You deposit after 4 days, and then you claim after 3, but you immediately do another deposit. Now, I thought that the double deposit would kill it, like in a bad way, not in a good way. I thought it would be a negative because it's more cash that's you're putting into the system. You're making more deposits, so that's more cash out of your pocket. And so I thought it would negatively impact, but because of the personal bonus and how it degrades over time, the shorter time period really makes a difference. And that bonus, since it doesn't have that long to degrade, it only has 7 days to degrade. It it maintains that high percentage rate.
So Patrick, when you tested the deposit immediately after, did you test different like amounts, or did you just base it off of your account?
I adjusted it for 2 different amounts. So I did one test at 10,000 deposit, and then I did another one at 50,000 deposit. And so in the 10K, it's they were a consistent winner, except well, let me see here. They were the winner. They were the winner in the beginning. No, I'm sorry. They lost in the beginning. They won in the last 3. But when you bumped it up to 50K, just the straight 4-3 version did better than the 4-3 immediately compound. And so like starting out with a larger amount, doing 4-3, I haven't really quite figured it out, but doing that for the first 2.5 years seems to make a difference. And so if you really wanted to optimize, maybe do just the straight 4-3 the first 2.5 years and then switch. There's like some fine tuning that you can do, but honestly, there's a certain point when you just have to do what makes sense for you, and also something that won't drive you crazy.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised by that because I really thought that the deposit immediately would benefit the higher wallet, because when I was talking it over with just a few people, I thought I was thinking of like a 12-8, like 12-4-8, where you would wait that 4 days so that you're building up a little bit of yield before that immediate, so that kind of builds a buffer on your $200 deposit. But when Stu said no, that it seems best to immediately deposit after, that kind of surprises me. I thought for a larger amount, it made sense to me because, that 0.004 decay every day, you are losing some, you're losing quite a bit. But at a lower one, I thought it wouldn't. So I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. I mean, I was totally surprised by the outcome. Like I really thought the 21/7 would still win, or maybe even the 14/7, just because the more time in the, collecting yield. And then the amounts, I had the same kind of thoughts that you had, but man, 4-3 kicks ass. Now I put together the article fairly quickly. I put it together within 2 days. So, you know, maybe there's a mistake. That's why I made a call out in the article. It's like, you know, look over my numbers. This is just me as a user, just making my analysis of it. But I'm out there. If there's something I'm missing, because I'm not the creator of the calculator, I'm just a user of it. And I have my thoughts how it would turn out, and they turned out completely different, like opposite of what I thought it was going to turn out.
Yeah, I am pretty surprised by that. I thought the larger amount would benefit from the direct deposit immediately. That's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I think that's another great kind of well of information still being brought to the surface with a new V8 release. So those listening in the chat too, like DeFi J or anyone else, that might be a great article topic to keep getting kind of the futures kind of strategies out there.
So Crypto Flyer asks, is there any advantage to compounding to a certain dollar amount before you starting to claim?
You know,
that's my boat. That's what I'm in. I'm just compounding until I feel like when do I start doing your 4 to 3 claim?
I think the issue is the amount that you claim could be very tiny in comparison. That it's almost if you claim too early. Like it might behoove you to grow your account. Like someone asked me today on TG, how much would it take to get 2,000 a month? That's the income level that they wanted to get, and what strategy would work best. And I just looked at it and I went, well, if you can just deposit to 50K and then do a 4-3 schedule, that would get you to your 2,000 a month. So it really depends on what your ultimate goals are when you want to start generating an income, and then you can work backwards from there.
So Goldman, what's your strategy? Are you going to a certain dollar amount before you start doing your claim?
I feel like it'll be a 4-3 after today's show.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So when? So like right now you're going to start it, or are you going to build it up to a certain price point?
Well, I mean, which account? Because I have 3.
Fancy, big money over here.
Well, I have 2 for the kids, and then I had 1 for my uncle. So they're at different levels. Are the kids what?
Paying into it?
No, I'm paying into it for their college. They go to
big money over here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's making them all the chores. That's a good way. Instead of give a little bit of allowance, you can make a futures deposit once a month or something like that.
I guess let me rephrase. That's my account to pay for my kids' college that is in 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of the 4-3 is that you get paid weekly. But if you don't need that income, then just deposit. Deposit every week. Get to a certain dollar amount, especially if it's for your kids.
Yeah, that's kind of my strategy. Just like you, AG, I haven't been really claiming or haven't been using it really as an in and out, just really letting it build over time. So I personally was doing once a month deposits, but with a new kind of iteration, I'll be looking to see maybe that 15-15 or 21-7 maybe more appropriate. But really, it's just something that I'm looking to build for this year and into the remainder of the bull. Yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest with you,
remainder of the bear.
I was doing once a month, every 30 days, adding, and I'm still going to do that. Nothing's changing. And you know why? It's because the price is super low and we're going into a bear market or a bull market. So I'm going to put my funds where I think I'll get better growth. And that's probably going to be elephant token.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's my play. Buy some more elephant.
Yeah, it's definitely a great play right now. Can't go wrong with that. This is some good conversation right there. I think Thor's mentioning right now about kind of the pros and cons with 4-3 if you're looking to kind of build your account to the biggest amount. But like Patrick was saying, that's what's so cool with futures, depending if cash flow is your focus or you're just looking to build it up to get to that point where you can now have bigger chunks of claims. So it is really cool to play with that calculator. That's some other.
Here's the question for you. If you put in a whole bunch of money and you hit your max claim out early and BT pushes the button where there's no more new futures accounts, You know, does that change your mind? Do you say instead of getting all that money out early, or do I do it a long term if that's going to happen? I don't know if it is, but it's an option at this point. It's built into the code. He could hit that if.
Well, I think we should talk about that too, because I mean, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about what sunsetting means, right? Like the background right behind me, sunsetting, you know, and
I mean, it's fake. Was BT lying about sunsetting that?
You know, sunsetting doesn't mean that he's going to push a button and now futures is gone. You know, he was very adamant to say sunsetting would mean it's a soft sunsetting, I guess. You know, sunsetting means in this atmosphere that he's just going to close the door. So if you have a futures account, you run it out however you want, right? If you're doing a 4-3 schedule, if you're running up to 400,000 and they're doing a 15-15, you know, you'll be able to do whatever your schedule is, which I think that gives a lot of confidence, right? Because I think before people were like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling, right? That's the Discord people. This is what I feel. They're like little Chicken Littles running around saying chirping, 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 that the sky is falling, the sky is falling, you know? And it just, you know what? You know, he said he was very adamant. He's like 6 to 12 months. You know, we'll reevaluate. So
look what Ed wrote. If sunset happens, start more accounts before last call.
Last call to alcohol.
Yeah, I mean,
here's to that, buddy.
I mean, I'm glad that BT emphasized that the people that are in, and that the liabilities will be paid out. But to me, it was like this flare gun shot. Exactly what that last person said. It's like, get your extra account in before, because if that's the possibility, you know, you want an extra account to pay out. At least I do.
Well, if you guys want discounts, I have been offered 7 accounts today. So I'm apparently the guy that buys everything.
The guy.
I literally told you like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, if you got a good deal on one, let me know. They're
not good deals.
About it. They're not good deals.
They're not good.
Okay.
Like I'm not trying to bust chops, and if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm not going to name names, but you know, the guy's like, okay, my account's 11,000, and I would like 10,000. I said, okay, no one's going to buy your account.
You know,
like I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm
only willing to pay 25 cents on the dollar. But I mean, I do have some funds, but I no one's going to take that. I don't think.
Yeah, I got one for 20. I got one for 28 cents.
Wow.
What do you think the actual going rate should be? If we're all talking here, like, okay, so the marketplace is, what is it?
You know what it
is minting, and if you buy it off marketplace, you actually get how much?
10%.
What is
10% off?
10%. Oh, okay.
For NFTs. For NFTs?
Yeah.
10%.
Okay, I thought it was more than that. So do you? So you'd be like 10% off your futures account is like a no.
Why?
So what's a fair valuation to buy?
A fair valuation was whatever someone is willing to sell it to you, and you're willing to buy it from them.
Okay, let me rephrase that. What do you think?
I'm not paying 90% because I know they didn't put 90% in. They didn't put 11,000 in that account, you know. And you know what the beauty of V8 is? When they take their screenshots, it tells you how much they put in deposits there.
So would you say whatever you deposited is what I'll be willing to pay, so they get their money back?
It depends
or 10% over whatever they deposited. If they put
the buyer, I want it as low as possible.
Sure,
as
but as
seller,
the seller,
they want as high as possible. So
where's the middle ground?
Somewhere in between.
As far as future, I mean, that's
a wise man once told me, walk on the left side of the road.
Hey,
fine. Walk on the right side of the road. Fine.
Hold on. Wait.
Walk down the middle. Just
Get
like
how do I get you? Remove you. Okay. All right. Let's have a good conversation now.
I was learning some Mr. Miyagi stuff. Something about a wax on, wax off. What was that? Yeah.
You know, the thing about
Goldman
future,
had to go in timeout for a minute. But so, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think is a fair value? Like, should we all be going 50% of what the value is what we should sell it for?
I mean, there's so many factors in figuring out futures, and like how much that they initially deposited, and then how much they've put in as far as like compounding. And like someone offered something to me. It was like a 71K account, and they built it up from 10,000. Right? That was their initial deposit, and then they just made. I think it was every 2 weeks they made a deposit of 200 to build it up to 71,000. And you could see the claims were in like 58,000, I think, something like that. So they claimed out quite a bit. And I look at that and I was going, well, how do I value this? Like, is this a good deal or a bad deal? I have to like chew on that a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
so AG, just for reference, when I was typing down there in the chat, I was going to put FAG, but then it spelled fag, and I didn't know if they were thinking I was trying to be. I didn't know if they were thinking I was really, really trying to.
The British,
you know, it's 2024. I didn't want to get canceled, so.
Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, Zach, you had an account, right? How much was the one that you were looking at? It was 100 and something for what, 33 or something? What was that one?
Yes, so a lot of people, you know, during when, like you mentioned, the sky's falling, a lot of people get emotional real quick and don't know what's going on. So people are trying to, you know, dump their futures account. And just one that happened to come across my desk was someone was looking to get rid of $118,000 account, and they wanted like 33 cents on the dollar. So they're looking for like $35,000 for it, something like that. You know, and it's just like, I'm gonna have to, sorry, AG, I'm gonna have to go with Goldwyn on this one. If there is some sort of, you know, discussion of buyer and seller wherever they meet, you know, is on a case-to-case basis. But overall, I personally, you know, I'm not really interested in buying futures accounts. You know, right now I think Elephant is the better kind of deal, or simply row in the same direction, you know, just this, you know, keep using futures as you need, but ultimately, right, this is the downtime. When the good times are in full motion, full swing, we'll have that 0.5, etc., and we'll have a very healthy BNB reserve. But overall, yeah, I'm really focusing more so on accumulation right now as we kind of trend sideways into this next third parabolic leg up. So I think excuse me, I think there might be a future, no pun intended, well, pun intended, a futures market at some, you know, near future time. But ultimately, unless it feeds Bertha or, you know, helps us get to Elephant Island, it's just a kind of, you know, it's a secondary market, I guess, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that, you know, NFTs, you know, Bertha gets her 30% cut, or yeah. So if there was a futures marketplace and it could benefit Bertha in the same way, then I'd be all for it. But on the other hand, you know, BT, he came out and he said, you know, he kind of de-emphasized that. It's like, you know, maybe that shouldn't be something.
Well, I mean, and there's a lot of factors, right? You should use a third party, right? Or else or there's trust somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You know, and to be fair, if they're selling their futures account, they should be penalized. So paying more than 30%, you know, 30 cents on the dollar or something, unless it's a huge account. If it's, you know, 100, and we looked at that account, that guy was still making money even at 33,000 because he already pulled out a lot of money. So he was willing to sell it because he had already pulled money out of it, you know. So, but what you said, NFTs make 30%, you said?
Oh, yeah. I forget what the cut is. There's like that 30%, and then there's that 10% on top of that, right?
Yeah. So it's 10% off, and then Bertha gets 30%. So you actually make 26% round to round. So if you bought first round and you sell in second round, you make 26% plus whatever you staked. So you had all that elephant built up. So if you buy second round and you sell third round, again, you're going to make 26%. Bertha's going to make her 30%. If you buy again, first round and sell third round, and then you're making 52% or whatever.
So would you guys be okay if BT implemented a futures marketplace where any transaction automatically 10% of the transaction goes to Bertha?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I mean, 10% of the sell price. So that could be, $1,000. It could be $100,000 for.
He should. He should put it on there. And I don't know if it would be a set price, but if he put it on there as, okay, it's 25% discount and Bertha gets 25%. So now the seller's getting 50% of their 50% of their value. The buyer's getting 25% off. Bertha gets 25%. Maybe that's a fair thing, because someone selling even their futures right now isn't getting 50% unless whoever's buying it is just a really nice person, in my opinion.
I mean, it would get the futures accounts out of the hands of the people who want to leave the ecosystem. Yep. So that's a positive. But the other hand, the message it sends is that these people are dissatisfied with the ecosystem, and so they want to leave.
Yeah. I think now that we're getting kind of the V8 lockdown, there are those group of people who were in V7 and before. So, getting there, if they want to claim, they can let their deposit build up, claim, and leave. But I agree with what you're saying. Like if it's not really a focus right now, and that's something as well. If you guys have studied some other kind of DeFi protocols who kind of have too many cooks in the kitchen, they have several products, but then the products have so much complexity within them, it just becomes it's counterproductive to what we're trying to do with adoption. So keep it simple, stupid, I think is the best method. I've really enjoyed these last few months where we've consolidated the focus to, the three main products, the elephant token, the NFTs, and futures. So as the more we can consolidate and clean up those focuses, and the less nuances and the less button clicking and finding out this and doing that, and the easier the adoption curve will be and the experience will be. So
yeah, and the futures sellers, I think they're a vocal minority. I mean, 7 sounds like a big number, but really it's it's a few disgruntled people.
Yeah, and it really is.
So I wonder if there's even a marketplace for it.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, that's I think that's probably taking it too far, but that does allow Bertha to get kind of a cut. But yeah, you're right. Even in Discord, in Discord, there's probably 5 people that really drive the FUD in Discord, and it's just repetitive over and every time. I'm like, what are your
really
facts?
It's like the same 5 guys. They seem like there are 200 of them.
No, dude. I'm telling you, I can count. Now you have people that are asking legitimate questions that are critical of the ecosystem, but they're not just being douchebags. They're not just regurgitating the same rhetoric over and over. They're literally saying, hey, this is the problem I see, and hey, here's a solution. How about we try this? Or how about we try this? People that care about the ecosystem, that have a lot of money in the ecosystem, can be mad, right? You have the right to be mad that there were changes. No one's disclaiming that. But why are you sandbagging your own bags, right? Let's work together and find solutions, not just keep spewing the same hate. That's just sandbagging your own bag. Like, that's what I asked them. I'm like, good.
I mean, if this product was released today, it would be fantastic. 110% a year. It's crazy. And, I think that BT addressed everyone's concerns about that by adding the personal bonus. And now no one should have a complaint. And it incentivizes positive action in a way that wasn't incentivized before. So it was an improvement. So when I look at it, I'm like going, man, this is the best thing out there. What else can you compare it to? Like there's another one that I mentioned in my last article. It's like pays 127%, but you have to lock it in for a year. And this thing hasn't been alive for, over 2 months. So you're taking a big risk on a big promise. Whereas this has been functioning for what, 3 years? No, wait, since 21. So yeah,
a little over a year.
Well,
yeah, for the program, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're saying, Patrick. Man, it's a funny day when 100% APR is something to sneeze at. You know, it's very exciting, and people. It's always about that context. Understand the context of the market, of the global market, of what's happening in the world, and just to see what offers something like futures can do for your immediate future. So I agree with you. There's nothing better that I'm seeing even remotely close to something like futures for cash flow.
And you know what the biggest or the best thing that I saw from V8 is BT took it from 0.5% a day and changed it to APR per year. Because all these people that are complaining that, oh, my 0.5, it's daily. Well, futures isn't meant to be daily. Futures is meant to be a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, depending on your cycle, on what you're trying to build, and somebody's like, well, how many accounts do we have to get to reach adoption, right? Because that's what we said. If we don't reach adoption, we're not, it'll be sunsetted. And I told them, I said, well, let's just use this example. If 10,000 wallets deposit once a month, so if 10,000 wallets deposit once a month, that's $2 million, right? 1.6 million goes to Bertha, 400,000 goes to the BNB reserve, right? So that's all we have to do. If we scale up the amount of wallets, then they only compound once a month. A lot of those accounts, like you said, 4-3 accounts is compounding what? 8 times a month, right? So if we can get
that type of money, not me,
right? So
come out to Uber Eats with me, man. Let's ride around town.
So when you talk about adoption, you don't put together that 10,000 people just coming together and putting $200 in a month is $2 million for the ecosystem.
Yep.
Right. So if Bertha is constantly buying 1.6 million elephant every single month, elephant's they won't run out, because we know that it gets more and more expensive as it goes, but it will be draining those LPs, right? BNB reserves will go up, and then as Bertha gets higher, the APR gets higher, and Bertha's kicking Ben that 1% every single day too.
Yeah, I mean,
go
it
ahead.
incentivizes depositing 4 times a month with a 4-3. So and there are some months with 5 weeks, so 5 times.
Well, but it's 4-3 with a compound directly over, so that's 8.
For the XD one, that would be 8. Yeah, you're right.
And Goldwyn, that's what you make me the hairs on my neck stand up, because I get so excited when we talk about these small numbers. 10,000 people in crypto. There's those, I see meme coins get launched every day and they get 10,000 holders. It's so small adoption needed for such giant.
What do we have to do to get that?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. I think it's the each one teach one. It's the there's no other secret. Right now, like we talked about, when crypto isn't the hottest news, I guess the Bitcoin ETF news that just passed us was the hottest news. What I'm getting at is to get adoption to these numbers. They're not that extreme that we need. So that's just what I was going to throw in there. It gets me excited seeing that it doesn't take that much to get the flywheel really in full effect.
Yeah, I don't know how many of you have gone to like the Bitcoin conference, but it's a bold move to put a BSC token, have a booth at the Bitcoin conference. Like when I went there, like if you talked about anything outside of Bitcoin, you were talking about a she coin,
Really?
Yeah, it's like if you like they'll say get out of here. It's like we only talk about Bitcoin here. Take that trash out. So to have a booth at the Bitcoin conference, that is a bold move. Even though they say like something like 95% of people who hold Bitcoin also hold other coins. But at the conference, like you'll hear active booing when someone brings up another token, whether that's Ethereum or anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, AG's got a smile on his face. He's ready for some DeFi.
I do like shit stirring.
Yes, stirring it up some.
All right.
I was going to mention as well. Well, I didn't get a chance yet. It's on my list to watch. But did you guys watch that new Dumb Money movie on Netflix?
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I don't have Netflix.
Yeah,
I heard instead.
My brother texted. My brother texts me. He's like, "I'm rooting for you, bro. I just watched this movie." I was like, "Okay, I gotta see what's going on." But
listen, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Zach. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But from having watched it, and that guy literally, so your brother watched it and called you and said he's rooting for you. Why? Because it's power of the people. He knows what you're doing and he knows what you're trying to get to. And that's exactly what the movie is. Like it should be when you join the herd, watch this. This is us.
Hey, we might need to do some more education on that. And because that was something Bank Teller mentioned it in the chat to watch the movie and just review it. But he mentioned, right, look how much of the beast that they had to fight, right? When you're talking traditional finance and you're talking about just all of the different the things you have to go through and fight against just to get what they were accomplishing, which is mooning the GameStop stock, versus right here in DeFi we have these passive liquidity pools that there's no one at the gate, there's no one stopping us, right? We know exactly the behavior and the parabolic nature of the elephant token, and so there's no regulators, there's no people going to turn the market off. They're not going to turn pancake swap off. There's no market manipulation. It's all decentralized finance. And so I'm excited to watch the movie and try to see how it compares to what we're accomplishing here. Yeah.
I think Go ahead.
Literally, I said, that's funny. I literally said that in chat today because I watched it, I think 2 days ago. And that's exactly what I said is that, we don't have Robinhood that's going to turn off our buys. And that's what they did. It was pretty amazing that I don't think it was one guy driving it, but at least the movie made it seem out that it was that one blogger that just went on and he showed his account and said, "Hey, I'm still buying. It's coming, the short squeeze. Here's why. This is why we want to buy. This is why we want to hold." And he showed the common people that if you just buy and hold, why you buy and hold. And that's what we have to do. We've learned 2 lessons. We've gone through two runs, right? The first run, we got screwed by the exploit, but that was proof of concept. So now all we had to do is do it again. So the second time we ran up that parabola, the humans are what drove us down. And we learned because we kept saying, oh, it can't come down. It can't come down. So when that first sell happened, the people that aren't in the know of elephant are like, oh my God, they said it couldn't come down. Now it's coming down and now the sky is falling. So I must sell first. Right. So we kind of not cut our own throat there, but we learned another important lesson, right? Responsible buying, responsible selling, sell a little bit on the way up. You don't have to dump $1 trillion at a time. If you sell 100 million every day for 30 days, now you've reached your goal of what you're trying to sell. And you have more tokens at the end of that 30 days. So that the power of the people, like I can't emphasize it enough that we know the map. We have the map. We literally just have to walk Bertha up the road.
Yeah.
And
I'll jump in for Patrick jumps in. Like you just said, we have the blueprint. And I think that's all why we have dark circles under our eyes, because we see that blueprint. And our mission here with this podcast and with other Each One Teach One efforts is to try to make that blueprint as clear as possible. So like you were mentioning, that blogger, I'm excited to watch it. But, this gentleman who documented his experience and what he knew to be true of the market, that's what we're doing on our own scale as well. So that's awesome to hear. That's something we should just continue to push and show what it lies at our feet and what's possible when we work together. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm going to say is that there's a real hunger for what elephant.money is offering. So when I went to the Bitcoin conference in Miami a couple of years ago, they had a panel for DeFi, and that was standing room only. And all the guy he was talking about was stuff like Aave and I forget what the other ones were, but get your 7% or your 10%. And they weren't talking about like the value capture of, say, the elephant token, futures paying over 100% a year, NFTs that double every 10,000 sold, and then throw off elephant tokens as you go. I mean, all the stuff that we have, like I've said in my article, it's an embarrassment of riches. And I think if we have a booth there, and it's gonna just blow people's minds, like, because these people are entrenched into the Bitcoin world. They buy their token and hope for, for selling it at a higher price.
Mhm.
And they were all waiting for this ETF to pop off. It pops off, and people sold the news, and then they didn't understand about Grayscale and FTX and Mt. Gox, but they're all hoping for that moonshot. Whereas there's something here that throws off value every single day in any of the products. And it's just gonna like pop their heads off. They're gonna go, what the hell is this?
The more we can have like the pop your head off experience, have that documentation, the brochures, the trifold, I know we're making YouTube videos, whatever it needs to be to as easily as possible, right? Because like you're saying, at first glance, people like, what, you can 100% APR, right? And or what, there's just the NFT, the highest paying NFT that you ever heard of, right? There's I've been to an NFT little booth before, and nothing comparative, to what we have here at the futures, the unlimited NFTs. But I agree with you, Patrick. There's a huge demand, and it's just a lack of awareness and a lack of education of quality products. There's also that stigma and that chip on our back, right? With DeFi having a lot of failures in the space, to show that, hey, this is a 3-year plus running project. This is the time. This is a project you need to learn more about and get involved. It's exciting because there is a huge crypto market who just don't know and are not aware of this kind of side of the market.
Yeah, and also it's like with our background, we know of all the failures, but people are coming to this with fresh eyes, and so they see this, they'll see the percentages, they'll see the value capture of Elephant token, and they'll go, oh my God, you have innovations up the kazoo that they don't know of all the failures that led to this. This is the title of my article, The Last Defender of DeFi. This is it. And a lot of people are, especially toxic Bitcoin maxis, coming to, I mean, if we're actually having a booth, I mean, that's not been confirmed, but if we have a booth, like I say, that is a bold move. And then you have to get past the resistance of the people who say Bitcoin only. But if you can get past that resistance, getting someone to listen to it, oh my God, it could be a huge opportunity.
Yeah, and like you mentioned too, I think of the Bitcoin maxis, they're the vocal minority, I think, as well in that case. That many people at the conference, the average goer, I think, is more open to cryptocurrencies in general. But then again, the people on the speaking on the panels and on the stage, they may not be. They may be more Bitcoin maxi. But that's what's so cool about cryptocurrency. But if it's it's a wider range of kind of different ideas merging together about the future of money. But Bitcoin is definitely the king, and we'll respect that, and we'll show them what the king of DeFi is looking like.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went to Bitcoin in Amsterdam, and there was a question about some other project in Ethereum, and he was actively booed. So there is that.
Hey, we're ready. Hey, we're the elephant in the room, so hey, we're ready to take what we can.
We'll be the noisy elephant.
Do we have over 20 people? Is it time for the alpha
we
drop?
Do. It is now. Let's get into elephant news. All right, Zach. Let's hear the news. Let's hear it. We're all anxious to hear it.
All right, I got some juicy alpha. Everyone come in close. All right, so I got the privilege to you talk to the big man, Mr. BT himself, and he let me know that he was in partnership with Rugs to Riches podcast. Right, we're starting today a competition where here's the catch. Get ready.
Okay.
The next 100 black NFTs that are minted will receive a free NFT. So let me repeat that. If you mint a black NFT, you are getting 2 NFTs for the price of 1 mint, which is 2 BNB. So
When
this
is
is
that
gonna
starting? Today?
really drive some people who need to get their black NFT in preparation for the in-person conference, right? You'll now have the opportunity to get that free one as well. So that's starting as I say it now. It seems like bank teller is going to use the custody NFTs that the custody wallet has to fulfill that contest. So get those black NFTs minted because now's the time, man. The first 100 will get a free NFT as well.
Nice.
BT
100
time is now 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
There he is. Oh man, that's exciting.
Layla missed it.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Just to repeat, what's going on, Layla? Right now, if you mint a black NFT, you're gonna get sent a second colored NFT from the custody wallet. So that's exciting. Right now, we're getting basically two for
what
the price of
you're
one. So you've got
saying is
more
the-
more of the exact details will be announced in the chat, but we've had the privilege here tonight to drop that alpha on the herd who's tuning in. So you guys are the first to know about this really kind of cool opportunity.
that's
so
awesome. I
what,
like it.
what you're saying is the first Rugs to Riches challenge, BT gives us 100 NFTs to give away.
That's what it sounds like, my man.
It
I think
sounds like.
right now we're hitting to the times, man. We got this power to give out this information and let
Just
people know.
saying.
Yeah.
Giving
Yeah, I
out
feel like
some
Ed
NFTs.
there mentioned anyone got a black Sharpie, he'll color his orange one real quick.
It's got to be minted. It's on the blockchain. Can't be
Right, it's
cheated.
gotta
like
be
that.
minted. And a good thing is if you mint it, pow, you don't even have to say anything. It just gets kicked right to your address.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
R2R exclusive.
So yeah, guys, get those black NFTs minted. Right now, you have a 4% chance, I think, 4 to 5, 6%, chance of getting that black NFT. So that's a chance of, getting 2 for 1. So that's pretty cool. I think we'll start to see some people definitely sharing their win in the Telegram. That would be an awesome thing to wake up to, just
Buy
minting
one,
an
get
NFT and getting 2.
That's kind of exciting,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Could you imagine winning a black NFT? You could be like me and mint 6 and get 2 black NFTs. No,
Yeah.
what? No, it was 3 and 9. I minted 9 and got 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have got 2 extra.
So that would have been what, 3 extra NFTs. So you would have, for the price of
Mhm.
9, you would have had 15. That's or
That would've
12,
been-
3 more.
Yeah, well,
That's really cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's the alpha. Greg, I hope that was worth tuning in. Now you know, man. And shout out to Q back in black. That's the spot, man. Black NFTs. Make sure you got them. All the cool kids will have them.
Man, I was just starting to I was buying NFTs, but then I switched to Trunk, but now I might have to go back to buying NFTs again.
Yeah.
That's right. At least until you score one, right? You get that.
Yeah,
Get
maybe I got to make a new video coming up, and I'll mint maybe 1 or 2 and see if we can get lucky. Maybe that would be my first.
Ooh, all
$100.
those people that bought a black NFT off the marketplace are now like, dang it, I could have got a free one if I minted.
Yeah. That's another
DeFi.
thing to mention, right? The NFT marketplace, where we talked about futures marketplace potential, but just look at the success of the NFT marketplace, man. Those things get eaten up like that. Even when the FUD storm comes through and people drop 10 on the marketplace, and then 30, 2 hours go by and there's 2 left. It's like, oh, okay, one, drop them off, they'll be picked right back up by the herd. They're nice.
Hey, and also, guys, if you guys aren't paying attention to the marketplace, BT literally dropped, I think, 10 or 12 black NFTs yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that many?
Yeah. It was at least that. I can go back and look, but yeah.
Oh, I knew there was 3. I didn't know there was that many. Why
it
didn't
was
you
like
tell me, bro?
10, 12.
You got to keep your eyes open, man. The
That's
Telegram,
competition.
Yeah, the Telegram, right? That's the best place to keep in, to keep stock of when the NFT is listed, and also to see when they're sold as well.
Yeah, Rick's dashboard also, I forget what the indicator is, but if you use his dashboard, there's a certain color that turns up. I think it's either in the tab or on the board itself that tells you when there's something for sale in the marketplace.
Nice.
Oh, nice. And if you have a beaver color NFT,
Beaver.
SK will buy it from you.
Beaver color, yeah. We haven't figured out what color that is, but
We don't know what it is.
Are you talking Justin Bieber?
no,
No,
beaver
beaver,
Oh, beaver colored. Oh,
like chipmunk.
oh.
Yeah.
We were debating that. I said that I said the beaver's blonde or redheaded, but
flesh color.
I mean, I like hardwood floor beavers myself.
Q brings up a good point here, right here. He mentions, right, those 2 NFTs will be worth 8 BNB, so you could 4x in a couple of weeks / months. So that's a great point, Q, right? Simply by getting this, black NFT, being the lucky with the mint, right? That just, could be just incredible going into this third round as the NFT volume picks up.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to cross over the halfway mark in this round. That's coming like within a month, I think, a month or two.
Yeah. So how many NFTs do you think have to be minted for 100 black NFTs to be minted?
About
Where's
2,600.
the math guru on here? About how many?
I just told you 2,600.
2,600. Sorry, I didn't hear you. I had some earmuffs on.
Listen,
you said for the math guru, and Golan is already ready with the answer. Boom. He already got it.
You know that there's Bitcoin millionaires, billionaires out there that could just swipe up an entire round if they wanted to, even now, even in
Greg,
the next round.
Who said 4x? Oh, 4x. Oh, Jesus. I'm like, who the hell said 4x?
Yeah,
my bad, Greg. My bad, Greg. I'm a math genius. I'm not quick on the uptake.
Patrick, you mentioned too about the standing room only in the DeFi kind of talk. There is that huge demand, and I don't think DeFi often gets the platforms that all the other kind of crypto kind of conventions may have. So like a Bitcoin conference or these layer ones where they'll talk about what they can do, all their, how cool their protocol is, and they have all these developer tools, right? Then you have these meme coins where, hey, we're the next this. But DeFi, right, banking, it isn't the sexiest thing. Hey, you can stake and deposit in, right? There's not as that kind of what you want to call it, that marketing zazz that some of these other products have. So I think that's also part of why these NFTs are such an awesome way to introduce people to the ecosystem, because you do get a shiny, cool, beautiful digital NFT. You get to learn about self-custody. You get to learn about staking and earning that passive income. So this is a great introduction to people who maybe, they know about NFTs, they know about crypto, but this is that package all in one. It's shiny, it's cool, it gets you paid, and it doubles in value. So I think it's that awareness factor, and that really is what people are just don't even know, know about this really cool kind of product that's offered.
Yeah, I agree. I think NFTs have always been hot at these conferences. And then to have an NFT that doesn't just look pretty and actually throws off yield is going to be very well accepted. And the other thing is that, I think we're just about ready for our close-up. Like, we've been in the experimental stage up until this point, and now we're almost, as BT says, feature complete. And so to debut on a stage like the Bitcoin conference in a new location in Nashville, and just showing them off what we can do, not just NFTs, but futures, the Elephant token itself, and Trumpet. It's time. It's time. Like, especially at the timeline, July
time.
Like that's when the bull run should be truly in place. Like, all the selling is up to that point, and then the bull run is going to be in full swing, and the appetite for DeFi is huge. Like, even for the stuff that some people might think it's a little boring, the APR is not boring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Gary V's little, I forgot what they called it. He had an NFT conference a few years ago, but I saw them pack out a room for a bunch of nerds to sit on stage and talk about. They were the first to. They were.
Listen, those Gary V NFTs, stupid little hand drawings by that guy, sold for thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but in his whole conference, his V friends, he was talking about those and different. But I sat in different rooms and conferences where they packed out the guys who minted the crypto, not minted. Well, I think they were minting the crypto punks and the Bored Ape, the first people, right? And like we said, those are just pictures of a monkey, right, or a picture of a cartoon, and a false promise. Whereas today, hey, this is a utilitarian use case for these digital receipts, and it's here today. It's not some pie in the sky tomorrow. That's what I've always really enjoyed, is that here today, not just this kind of continued to be determined use case. Or we're gonna launch a TV show on Cartoon Network, and your little monkey guy, he'll be a star and stuff. It's like, I'd rather just get the yield today. That sounds good.
Yeah,
to me.
every conference that I've been to, they've always had a gallery of like NFTs, and it's incredible art. And a lot of it is art that's in motion. But what would be really cool is have a display of our NFTs and say, it doesn't just look good. They look good, but you're not just buying it for the looks. You're getting some yield here. I mean, it would be a standout because I've never seen that.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, and like Jay said, it's way more accessible than actual buying real estate, right? Because if you're trying to buy, a fixer upper or whatever house, and you're trying to put 20, 40, $50,000 down that you're trying to accumulate, with NFTs, UDCAN, it's $500 this month, maybe it's $450 the next month, maybe it's $600 the next month, but the big thing is, if you guys aren't buying your NFTs now, guess what? In 5,000 now it is, we're not going to say that guy's name. It's got to be 2x, but it's going to double, right?
I got you. Yeah.
Well, Voldemort, can't say his name.
Yeah,
no, you're right, Goldwyn, because every day, check the Dune dashboards. They're getting minted every day, whether it's 6 months from now or it's 2 weeks from now. They're gonna get gone, and that next round will be here. And you bring up a really great point. Just think about all the capital or the debt or the necessary structures, your credit score, and you got to have the proof of employment, all this, and then to get out more debt, to then years and years and process and involvement and headaches and long nights, versus, like you're saying, just a small DCA into something that you're getting paid yield immediately, not some 8-year project, 4-year project with thousands of dollars. And it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful financial product.
Yeah, there's a certain point, like in the round one, at first I was just going, I'll just buy one, maybe two, so I can sell one. And then all of a sudden it just went off in my head. It's like, oh my God, if you wait until round 4 or 5, you have got to get them now. So at $220, per BNB, per NFT, I was just like, I've got to grab them all with both hands.
Yeah.
I was trying, and then in 2 days, here it goes. 2 days, 3,400 sell. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin.
Giving some more alpha here for those still tuned in listening. I think BT's pulling this this free NFT for minting a black NFT. He's pulling this contest at an optimal time. I think we were just mentioning we're right around halfway. Where are we at in this now? Round 2? Are we 5,000 left to mint? Is that right? Roughly.
I think it's a little less than that. I think we're a little over 14,000.
A little over 4, so about 5,500 left to mint in this round. Is that right? Something like that. So what that means is, with this stimulated middle of the round kind of contest, we now hit those 6,000, 7,000 mints for this round. We hit that FOMO gap again, where we accelerate to round 3. So realize what we have right now, like Patrick was just mentioning, wasn't too long ago where you could be buying these NFTs for $220, and they're now $600 retail value. And that's going to be that we're going to be having the same conversation again in a few months from now. I already know it. I'm going to say, dang it, why didn't Patrick tell us go buy 4 more, and I could have got the black one, got another 5th one for free? Dang it.
Like I said,
AG will be like, I was looking at some meme coin. What the heck? I could have just doubled my money here.
Right. So we're at 14,371. So there are 5629 before the next round.
Yeah.
So
I mean, go ahead. Sorry,
I didn't interrupt you. I want to interrupt you real quick. So let's just do the math, right? The quick math was 2,600, right, for the next 100. So how smart is BT? Right? Don't zoom in on that. That confuses me. I always
I
get
don't know.
self-conscious when I just see myself talking. I can't talk in a mirror.
I was giving you the whole screen, and you got some
No,
important
it trips me out every single week. You do that, and then I stutter over my words. So everybody, we always say, right? BT is chess, not checkers, right? So the 2,600 is our rough estimate on that 4%. And that's exactly what Zach was just saying, that now that we actually look at the numbers when we plug it in, that's brilliant. That if once that 100 black NFTs mint out, now we're in FOMO for the second round, and it's going to mint out in, it won't be 2 days like it was last time, but it'll definitely be within a couple. The closer we get, the faster it's going to go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Patrick, I didn't interrupt you.
What I was just going to say is that, they went super fast the first round. It's going a little bit slower in the third round. But, once we get to let's just say fifth round, how long is that going to take? 5 to 10 years. 16 BNB per NFT, and say BNB's price is $1,000 each. That's 16,000, which you could have bought in round one for $220. And it's like buying micro shares in the highest priced real estate in the world, say like Monaco in France or downtown Manhattan. And you can buy micro shares of it right now. It's that's the thoughts that went through my head in round one. I went, oh my God, I've got to buy them, like as many as I can. And now it's round two. You're not going to see them any cheaper. And especially before the bull run, when BNB is going to make another run at its all-time high at 600 and beyond. You've got to get in now.
And let's talk why it's slowed down a little bit is because of the marketplace, because the marketplace is fairly liquid. But this is another chess move, not checkers move. When we go to the third round, now when you put an NFT in, Bertha actually is making more on the resell in the third round than she made in the first round.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's brilliant. Like the NFT marketplace is brilliant because once we get there and it's 4 BNB to mint, you're going to, if you need to sell your NFT, you're going to put it up there and it's going to sell instantaneously because it's automatically going to be 3.6 BNB versus the 4. So you're already saving $100, right? And that's just at the current levels of BNB price, and Bertha gets 1.06, I think is what the number will be next round. Per NFT sold in Marketplace. Marketplace, I don't know what the stats were, but Marketplace has made more in the second round than Bertha made in the first round.
Yeah.
Just for Marketplace
That's crazy.
resale.
That's crazy how he figured all that math out prior to launching it.
And
he's a genius. BT.
Yeah, he is.
I tell you
kind
what.
of like Patrick was mentioning about, buying this, share of real estate in like a very expensive location. I just got back from New York City and I was talking to some people who, they're investing geniuses. They had brought a brownstone in the late 80s for, I think, like $60,000, $60,000. And right now it's retailing for like, a few $1 million. So they're happy with their 10X. They're, over the course of 30 years. Whereas someone who bought the, NFT on round one for $220, they're already sitting at a 3X and it hasn't even been a year. I mean, this is, better than New York City real estate, buying something that, that they're not making any more of. With these NFTs being programmable money, we can have these, systems built in. So yeah, the proof's in the pudding. And right now, if you're not in right now, you're just going to miss out on the next kind of wave. So prepare.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was it. That's all.
And if you mint a black one, guess what you get?
Get a free one.
Rugs to riches. You get the free one. Buy one, get one.
R2R free baby.
Yeah, the way I look at it is that, in round one, you could have bought a mobile home, double wide. And then second round, you're buying a three bedroom, 2-bath house. And then it goes up to, luxury condominiums in the center of Manhattan. And so there's like someone's question. It's like, well, it'll be less liquid. Well, depending on who you are, like the super rich may not know about this. Like hardly anyone knows about this. Once they get a gander at this, they've got the money to spend for sure.
Well, and also you got to think, because the other really genius thing that I think happens is that as we get later in the rounds, it speeds up. So the APR drops. But once we hit that next level, it stagnates again, right?
Yeah.
So what's
right.
going to happen is the APR is going to start climbing. So it's going to be wax and wane, right? So once that APR, if you're telling me the APR gets back up to 50, 60, 70, 80% per NFT, people aren't going to spend $2,000 on for next round or 5,000 in the next round after that, right? I mean, 50% APR and 5,000 still 2,500 a year, right?
And hopefully the price of elephant's going up too by that time.
Oh man, you didn't right. Oh, come on now. So all those people that are complaining about what is it, 12 or 14 cents per NFT right now per day? Is that what it is, Patrick? Do you know off the top of your head? I do. Or not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head.
Geez, where is it at? 12 cents. So right now NFTs are making about 12 cents a day. When the APR climbs back and elephant 10x's, guess what? That means your NFT that you held all this time, instead of it making 12 cents, is now $1.20. Right? That's retroactive. That APR, when elephant climbs up 10x, it's retroactive all the way back. So I mean, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
It is brilliant. Yeah, that's a good point. The yield is going to increase. That especially when it becomes like, I mean, there's a certain point when it might become unobtainium, like a game for billionaires. Like once it gets into like, past the 5th round.
If you don't mind me asking, how many NFTs are you up to right now?
You asked me that before.
I know I did. I'm sure it's changed.
I think I'll stick with the same answer. More than 50.
So Patrick, is it more than 100, less than 200 now?
Let's say it's more than 75. Less than 200.
More than 75. Nice.
Is it more than 76?
And I'm not bringing my ledger to the Bitcoin conference, so
exactly.
Stay away.
It's in a yurt in Mongolia.
That's right.
I'm sure that's really secure.
It's so secure. He's got all of the cavalry surrounding the yurt, so don't go near it. The gird.
That's right.
The gird. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into news, or do we want to do charts first?
Do you not read the private chat?
Oh, did you just say something?
I mean, I just read a bunch of stuff.
Let me just read this one message. You tell me who this is from in the private chat. I might
I might be from you too.
You're gonna think it's me. I may be a little drunk. LOL. Who could that be? And it's not me because I'm reading it, not writing it.
It rhymes with Oldwin.
All right, let's get into news.
And now it's time for the latest news with Zach Minter on the Rugs to Riches show.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Happy to have you here this evening. We just got a few stories to go over tonight regarding the crypto market and what's been happening this past week. To start off, Swan Bitcoin, great company if you're looking to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. I've used their services in the past. They're a great way to purchase Bitcoin. So if you're a Bitcoin buyer, check them out. But they've announced Swan Bitcoin unveils they've been stealth mining, and they're looking to expand, coming up on this halving time. This is just something interesting I wanted to bring light to because, like I mentioned, while many people are off distracted by other shiny objects or, trying to get by during these financial times, right? There's other companies who are building and growing and laying their roots down to really have a dominant position in the industry, such as Swan Bitcoin. So they announced, or they unveiled, its stealth mining unit that has been operating since last summer, and its capacity plan to almost double by March, and prepare for the halving in April. So, I just found this, like I said, there's people who are really digging down and getting ready for the halving, and this is one of the companies doing so. So prepare. That's the moral of this story. Right now, also kind of mentioned earlier on in the podcast, we mentioned about kind of different larger entities who have been selling their crypto holdings during these times. One of those being FTX. Right now, they've been selling their crypto and stockpiling cash to pay for their clients with frozen accounts. Right here, just to go through it, right? So far, it's almost doubled their cash to 4.4 billion since the end of 2023, since when it was at 2.3 billion. This means a lot of crypto, right, that was in their custody is being sold off and liquidated in order to make those frozen accounts whole. So that's just more selling pressure that's, goes in tandem with the sell the news ETF launch. So, I'm happy for these investors that they'll be able to be made whole in some capacity, but as we know, in the short run, doesn't feel too good. But it also gives us, like I mentioned, more time to accumulate, for those good times. It's this is just something, it's my own 2 cents of the way I view the crypto market, right? Until the Bitcoin, bull cycle is really in full swing, we have the halving, we have the supply and demand shock characteristics that occur from the halving, where the miners are getting less rewards. I think all of that is still the catalyst that the market is waiting until we see, more capital flood back in this space. So for myself personally, right, that's why I'm a proponent of dollar cost averaging quality blue chip projects during the calm to prepare for the raging bull. So the selling just means buying for me in my eyes. So this is also as interesting as well. Chinese investors look to crypto amid stock market rut. I don't know if you guys are too familiar what's going on in China, but with Evergrande, their real estate is just in complete chaos. They're kind of having their own 2008 financial crisis moment. And so this is just another, just another reason why this whole crypto financial revolution is happening all around the world. There's, issues, systemic issues within the currencies that people are using, and cryptocurrency is looking to remedy a lot of those kind of issues that we're seeing pop their head up. And so, we might see a big influx of Chinese investors in the upcoming year. You guys have any thoughts on,
So,
adoption
not
around the world?
to be racist or anything, but if there's a bunch of Chinese investors coming, do you think they'll buy B&B? Because
That's a great question. There oftentimes is a tribalism kind of association to different people like different things. Even a lot of Koreans, because Do Kwon from the former Terra Luna protocol, right? A lot of Korean investors really like that blockchain, and BNB has been adopted, I think, more so in Asian countries and other countries in that area. So it might be not a bad speculation to think of something like that. I could see that happening.
What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, I mean, a huge percentage of the Chinese are in Binance. So, and that applies to any of the Binance coin.
So that could end up helping us in the long term.
I think so. I think in the medium term, short to medium even. It just needs to get, like I say, it's close up. It's needs some marketing help, I think. But once it gets into the Chinese market, those guys are rabid about how they glom onto certain tokens or certain projects. Like they have some of the projects that they've gone into. I mean, yeah, they can explode a token.
Yeah, this is just one, piece of note, right? Chainalysis said crypto-related activities in China have increased as its global ranking in peer-to-peer trade volume rose so they're number 13 in 2023, where they previously were 144. So that's a huge, kind of upstep towards the top, 10% of peer-to-peer transactions. And so, yeah, I think as crypto adoption increases, right, maybe we'll see China coming over and pump an elephant too. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I just looked up that, there's 93 million Chinese people who are considered active crypto traders.
That's almost a third of the U.S. population, right, of 300 million roughly. So that's pretty big market. I know we have some Chinese members of the herd. That would be really interesting to see if we had any Chinese YouTubers or individuals who may promote it to that market of people looking for crypto related content.
Well, I know that there was is it Loretta that does all of the conversion of the articles to Spanish.
mhm.
And we need to try to
Yeah.
find somebody that does that to is it Chinese or Cantonese? Is it
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Chinese? Mandarin? Is that what it is?
Mandarin. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to
So-
get onto their like they have like a China specific versions of our social media, so like Weibo, all the stuff that in the US we don't use that, but they're rabid about using it in China.
Aren't they big on WhatsApp?
Yeah, and WhatsApp, Weibo.
What's that?
Yeah. Telegram too. I've
That's
been in
WhatsApp
some
too.
Chinese Telegram rooms as well.
Yeah.
So definitely someone interested to look into. Kind of moving forward here, I don't know if you guys have been following the whole Bitcoin ordinals boom and bust kind of the last 2-3 months, or it's 12 months actually. It's been the last year kind of throughout the market. But
No, what is
one
it?
of the bigger ordinals, I guess you would call it, teams, they were set to launch Quantum Cats this
You
past
kitty.
week. So these trippy looking cat
Yeah.
NFTs, or ordinals rather. However, they were having issues, and I believe they delayed their launch. And if you see here, we're talking about NFTs and pricing and such, right? This collection was on sale for 0.1 Bitcoin, so $4,300 each. And they were looking to raise 300 Bitcoin, which is $13 million. However, they were unsuccessful with that. But look, people are spending $4,800, or what was it, $4,300 on this meme cat thing, with nothing other than the expectation to probably sell it, higher price later on. So it just goes to show the NFT market is alive. There are projects launching every day, and something like what Elephant Money can offer to the market is just not been seen yet. I haven't seen it, and I don't think anyone in DeFi has made a successful NFT like we have here. But this is something I'm continue to keep my eye on, the ordinal narrative, and the whole. We'll discuss that in the later weeks. The whole DeFi narrative happening on chain, on Bitcoin as well. So that might be interesting in the future. But yeah, just know that when you're getting into some of these projects, that these are special instruments, stuff like this, something like an ordinal. But
They got a picture of Goldwyn in there.
What?
hey,
Scroll back down.
we could have quantum Goldwins, have different colors, all in all different universes.
I cannot believe that they want 13 million for, I don't know, maybe I'm not an art expert, but I'm like, what the F?
Yeah, man.
crazy.
I'm with you on that one, and the fact that they have a demand and a following, right, to raise those funds, and it just, like I said, it goes to show there's communities out there ready, with plenty of liquidity, plenty of crypto, knowledge and experience, and a lot of them are looking, I guess, to ape into stuff like this.
Wow.
So that's that. Moving forward to, I'm gonna mispronounce this last name. Anthony, here, help me out, guys. Scaramucci, Mushi, maybe.
Scaramucci.
Oh, Scaramucci.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scaramucci.
The
Anthony
mooch.
Scaramucci.
Saramucci, Mr. Saramucci here, right?
Yeah,
As
Moochie.
many people like to throw their hat in the ring, this gentleman is going to as well with a Bitcoin prediction of at least 170K post halving. Right? This is a gentleman.
That's cheesy though. Post halving, that doesn't give you a timeline, like 12 months after halving, or 12 years after the halving.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. He's trying to give the benefit of the doubt. He's got a big time horizon to say, "I told you so" when it happens. But it's good to see the bullish predictions flowing in the news cycle. One thing he points out here, he also praises Larry Fink, Mr. Fink, for doing his homework on Bitcoin and changing his mind on the asset. Right, while many traditional financial investors and heavy hitters may have still yet to come around to Bitcoin and crypto. Someone like Larry Fink being an advocate and understanding what this whole movement and whole industry is about is very refreshing, and bullish for those who listen to him as well, for BlackRock's case. But yeah, that when do you guys think if this gentleman won't tell us, when do you guys think you'll hit 170? We're talking a year after the halving. Y'all think peak bull 170
When's
is
the
the peak?
halving?
What do you guys think?
Was it April that having?
Yes, April.
I mean,
Man, I hope by the end of the year.
I don't think it's going to, I mean, personally, I don't think it's going to crack 100K in the next year or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
There's too much
Just stay home and not go to. You might get beat up.
I just think there's too much sell pressure, and I think right now, especially with the ETF, I mean, I've covered this. I'm not a total bull on Bitcoin. That I think the people who want to own it already do, and then ETF is for everybody else. The ones that hold it know that you want to actually have the actual Bitcoin in your wallet and not get into some ETF. Now, I'm willing to be wrong. I think there's definitely a bunch of like family funds, investment funds, financial institutions that are going to allocate 1 or 2% to it, and that'll be into the trillions. So there's the bullish voice for that. I think it's going to be a trading item like gold was. Like they were saying the same narrative when gold became an ETF, and it only increased by 250% in 7 years. So that's nothing in the crypto world. But I'm willing to be wrong on it. Totally willing to be wrong on that. But I'm not. I'm pretty bearish on Bitcoin.
So you're saying that it won't ever hit 170, or it will just 12 years from now, or whatever?
Yeah, maybe 12 years from now. But anyone can make that prediction. I think it.
Really?
But in the short term, like
this bull market, what do you think the high will be
of Bitcoin? I think it'll be a football for the traders. I don't think it'll. Honestly, I think 100K is a hard stop. Like whenever there's like a zero after something, especially something as strong of its resistance as 100K, that price point, people are going to be selling it before that for sure.
They said about 10K.
Like they'll keep dropping it down. Like it might hit like 95, and people like the big boys are going to be selling at that point, and then it'll drop down to 65 and etc. Like I say, I think you have a good chance of it hitting 32,000 in the next year. Like I think. Go ahead.
So, sorry, I was going to say, my prediction for this bull market is 136. I don't know why, but I feel like 136 will be the high.
I like that number. I like it.
I mean, I hope it does. I hope it does. I don't think it's going to get past 80,000, honestly.
Oh no, I think it's going to top out 100. I think 100 is too much of a one of those hard levels that the people are going to be setting all their little cells right at 100, trying to get it. So I think 100 is what we're going to top out.
That way below.
Probably, I think
there's 95.
I think there's going to be a bunch of cells at 67,000, like the last all-time high. Yeah, and it's going to drop it down, and then people are going to buy it back up, and then it's going to drop it down. But I think it might, get to 79,000.
So you think this bull run 79?
That's my prediction. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well,
Zachary, what do you think it's going to be?
I'm such I always say this, I'm not a trader. I'm I'm an investor long term. There's so much uncertainty in the macro, like traditional financial world. Everything's on fire. So I go back and forth of like, okay, hey, they're gonna have to continue. If we look back to the previous cycles, right, we were in like an unprecedented financial prosperity time with low interest rates and just a long period of time with up only behavior. Now we're into this new kind of situation with the economy and such. And so I go back and forth, whether it's going to be a super cycle to end all super cycles, or is it going to be dampened by the economic situation of the world today. So like I said, my 2 cents, if I throw it into the ring, I would say I think we hit 150,000 in the next 2 years. I'm gonna say kind of what he mentions right here in this article. The day that the Bitcoin halves, multiply it by 4, and then 18 months later, it will be uncanny that that's what's in the price of Bitcoin. So at 18 months post halving, we're looking at 6 months. We're looking at October 2025, somewhere around that time. I think that might be kind of the peak of the cycle. And so I'll call October 2025. I'll say 150,000.
Timestamp it.
That's right.
So everyone will know, the day we were wrong.
Hey,
That's right. I hope we're way wrong and it's way high.
Well, me too.
kind of going to our next news item we got here, new Google crypto policy to allow cryptocurrency coin trust ads from today. So what this is saying, it says the search engine giant is expected to update its policy on advertising for certain crypto products on Monday. They first banned crypto ads back in 2018 before opening to wallets and exchange providers in 2021. So crypto Twitter has been awash with speculation that the move could encompass the newly listed US Bitcoin spot ETFs. So overall, this kind of
YouTube doesn't count for banning crypto ads.
Yeah,
Just Google.
That's something I know we talk about a lot, but in just sort of quick reminder, guys, don't click on those ads, those fake YouTube free airdrop crypto ads and such.
Dude, they piss me off.
Is
They
everywhere.
make me really mad. Like if I pulled up a screen right now and went to YouTube, any YouTube channel, it would be, I'm Michael Saylor. Please download this wallet app. I'm like, it's so fake. And I don't know how anyone.
But you know what? Those, you know what? They still get people to click.
I know,
right? Like even today, somebody in the group is all like, "Is elephant moving or is elephant?" I forgot what they said. Is elephant? I'm something. And I'm like, no, it's a scam. Like,
so did you see the new one with Tiger Woods? Oh my God, it's so horrible. So Tiger Woods, someone took a video of Tiger Woods showing you how to hit a driving like a golf ball. And he's not even looking at the camera, and you can tell he's talking, but he's like talking serious, like click the QR code in the right hand corner, and I teamed up with Michael Saylor, and we're going to give you two times the Bitcoin. You have the chance to win 2 times the Bitcoin that you donate to this thing. But he's not looking at the camera at all because it's a video of him, showing you how to hit a driver. Oh, it's so bad. So bad. And I'm like,
I gotta meet the guy who dubbed that. That guy is hilarious. Like you're hilarious scammer thinking of that.
Oh man, I just don't understand people.
DeFi J, if you send me an NFT, I promise you I will send you 2.
Hey, that's the new contest that we should start. Yeah, send one to Rags to Rich's wallet. We'll send you back 2.
So we gotta speed this up because it looks like someone's losing power.
I know he's starting stuff off.
I had to get my maple cream ice cream. So
he's like, I lost power, guys. I got to eat all the cold stuff first.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
Got to eat my ice cream before it melts.
Yeah.
Well, the power only lasts so long.
Yeah, I hear you.
That sounds good, man. I need some maple ice cream right now. It sounds delicious. But overall, right, it's interesting to see because I know they've been critical on the App Store, right, of different crypto, apps and anything
organic.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Anything that helps with promotion. Maybe we can get some elephant.money ads, right? Get the best NFT on any blockchain. Let people know about that. That might be interesting. Ad. I know we've ran some on more coin websites like cryptocurrency native websites, but it'd be interesting to see if Google Ads maybe offers up in the near future. The last final story, just to touch on kind of some shenanigans that's been up in the market. The hack trend haunting the SEC and crypto firms. We should know better. right? Hackers use an old gambit to take over DeFi King's X account for 10 days, right? If you guys saw the news the day before the ETF launch, someone was able to take control of the SEC's Twitter account and release a fake announcement about its approval. So, right, it was a bogus tweet approval on the Bitcoin ETF on January 9th. And then, it's just showing if you don't take your security strictly and, have two-factor authentication, all the steps you should take, that you may be, vulnerable to people impersonating you on your account. And oftentimes, it is, these crypto, like we talked about, like, they take over Elon Musk Twitter account, or I can't call it Twitter, X account, and say, hey, send a Bitcoin, to this address. So stay vigilant, because even, legitimate accounts can be compromised, including the SEC's.
SEC.
Yeah. But one they talk about here is the SIM swapping account attack, which is where they're able to basically get control of your device and basically approve, different things you have as security. But like I was just mentioning, the moral of the story is just to be, vigilant. And if you want to look more into SIM swap attacks, maybe do a whole episode about how to protect yourself from that. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because I do most of my stuff on my phone.
yeah.
Yeah, we already had that conversation. We know, AG, you think your phone is more secure than the computer. We got it.
Yeah. But yeah, so be safe out there. Keep your phishing links, don't click those. Bookmark your known legitimate websites, and you'll be good to go. And keep your ledger at home. Don't take it with you to the Bitcoin conference either. You'll be all right. But yeah, that's all I got for the news tonight. Appreciate you guys jumping into the stories with me, and we'll be back next week with some more exciting news. Because
Hey,
for sure they always got something going on in this market.
Hey,
Hey.
what if we challenge
Hey,
the herd?
what if we challenge?
What you got in mind?
We
Cole?
challenging them.
Isn't it time to drain
Come
your
on,
leg or
man.
something? Like,
Yeah, it's getting close to drain my bag. Pants are getting tight, and it's not because of you, buddy.
He's working with 3 liters there tonight, 4 liters. Uh-oh.
so what if we challenge the herd to mint? How many NFTs do we think the herd can mint in 24 hours?
Ooh.
What's the average day mint?
The reason I ask is because we got a donation from a viewer to give back to the herd.
Awesome.
So
does he want to stay anonymous, or
he does want to stay anonymous. However, it was a very big donation in my opinion.
It was me.
It was Zach. It was Zach. But anyway, so let's come up with a reasonable, not reasonable challenge to the herd.
Go pull up the charts right now, and let's see what's the average mint rate in the last 24 hours.
I can pull it up. I'll look up the unlimited.
Yeah, we have to do.
What you're thinking so far? So let's say 20. If they
I say whatever. Let's see what the average is for the last couple of days, and then let's double it.
So it varies between 6, 2, 4, 12 a few days ago. So it looks about, I would say the average is probably a day, between maybe 3 per day is the average.
So what do you think? What are you thinking? That's low.
Maybe 3 to it depends on your time span, because some weeks
the marketplace has had a bunch in the last 2 weeks, so that doesn't really count.
That's true.
So hey, scroll back, Zach, about 2 weeks. What we got?
I don't know if you see my screen, but I got it pulled up, right? We've some weeks it was 22 per day, 56 per day. I would say on average though, like 10 on a good week, on a strong week.
So 24 hours, if let's say 24, is that too many? There's none there's one in the marketplace right now.
Okay.
Yeah, 24 is possible. It's
So
possible.
that's 1 per hour for the entire herd.
Oh, that's too easy.
Well,
I
someone
think
suggested like having a certain day where we all buy.
yeah. Well, that's
Hmm.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, for R we have some money that we can give the herd from an anonymous donor. There's 3 on the marketplace.
Ed
So
says 35.
35. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. We have 22 people still watching. In the chat, put down a number that you think is reasonable for the herd to accomplish in the next 24 hours. And then how much trunk should we give them? AG, how much trunk do you think?
Let's see.
Zach says 30 trunk.
Nah,
So-
I
No.
want 30 NFTs.
Good
Zach
choice.
says if you hit the number, you will get 30 trunk.
I think 30 mints we could do it if we're
30
calling
mints?
action, but
So we got 30, 35.
Ed says we give an NFT to somebody that mints over the next 30 days. 20 says Dave B.
yeah, I like
see-
Thor's idea. If we look at a month from now and see whoever purchased one, we could send trunk to them over the next, or even till the
Well,
next, even
How
till the
about
next
this?
episode. So till 7 days from now, I don't know,
How
whatever.
about this? Why don't we do a contest where starting at this time, 24 hours, and the last person to mint at the end of the 24 hours wins the
No,
R2R.
because that's a time thing. So they just wait. Nobody buys until the last second.
Or
So-
you have like 36 people buy at the last second.
No, you could. It could be 36. You're right.
Listen,
So
you know how
what
many
I'm
times
saying-
I lost at the raffle?
I never won the damn raffle, and you did. So don't give me that shit.
Well,
But
you gotta
what
play to
I'm
win.
saying is let's pick a number, and that's meant if you win. Okay, Greg says 1,000 trunk. So 1,000 trunk, is that too much, guys?
I think that's good.
One person that mints in the next 24 hours will win 1,000 trunk. Is that? Can we agree on that, guys?
It's a random winner.
A random
like it.
winner. Patrick, what say you? 1,000? Is that good?
I'm trying to do the math on that. So 1,000 times the price is
Yeah, it's about $65, give or take.
yeah 65. Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Because it's all we have. It's a donation.
And you might get, if you mint a black one, that means you get 2 NFTs and you get 1,000 trunk. That would be a pretty sweet deal.
So,
I think there's still an open question on what your favorite bourbon is, Goldwyn.
my
He doesn't
reply
drink
was
bourbon.
yuck. I drink vodka.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, you guys were
You
talking. So I
thought
didn't
you
want to
replied that because you were drunk.
interrupt. Quite possibly. I think I replied, didn't I?
Look at him. He's double checking himself.
Yeah.
I am double checking.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I did reply. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. In the
All right.
private.
So, herd in the next 24 hours, if the entire herd can mint, how many? Look, George is in. I haven't seen her in a coon's age.
Woohoo.
The Coon's age.
What was the number? Do we have to have at least 20 NFTs minted for the 1,000 trunk giveaway?
I say 24. That's only 1 per hour.
1 per hour.
That
That's
seems really low, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's 50, then it's 1 out of 50 chance. If it's 24, then it's
Alright,
1 out of 20.
Who was one of the first persons in? It was Elephant.
It was Q. Q was
Yeah,
the
Q.
first.
Noisy Elephant was the first one to
Noisy
comment.
Elephant. Are you the first? Are you still here?
Is he still here?
If he's still here, he can be the deciding factor. Noisy
That's
Elephant.
true.
Are you in here?
2.5 hours later, Noisy Elephant.
So then, who's the next guy?
It's cool. Your Q is in New Zealand. I actually spoke with him over the phone before. Q's a really
nice.
smart guy.
Ah,
He's a Kiwi.
There he is.
Is he still there? I was trying to go
Nope.
back to see. I think Ed was the second person. Ed was the
Georgia
second
Weaver.
person to comment. I think Ed did give a number.
He did. He said 35.
Ed said 35. Ed was the second person to comment in the chat today.
All right. Well, I think Ed's going to be the winner then. 35 it is. If we can get 35 minted in the next 24 hours, starting in 2 minutes.
start at 10 because that's when we announce the that should
Start at-
count.
Start at
10,
what time
10 p.m.
it?
is when we 10 p.m. It's 11 p.m. 10 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time. 10 p.m.
Alright.
Eastern Standard Time is when we did the announcement. So we'll count from then. So any that have been minted in the last hour still count.
Okay.
All right.
35. So if at least 35 are minted in the next 24 hours, we will do a drawing out of those, out of everybody. So if 50 are minted, then it'll be out of 50. So whoever
Sure.
mints an NFT in the next 24 hours, if we get at least 35 R2R, will send 1,000 trunk.
All right, Goldman. Sorry, what was it?
I can't talk now. It's like talking into a mirror.
Close your eyes. Imagine me naked.
Imagine
you got something hanging out of your dick tied to your fucking leg. I can't imagine that.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Ooh, no, we're past 11. We're allowed to start talking that way now.
What's the man in the penthouse got to tell us? What are you telling us, man, in the penthouse?
What?
We're saying 24 hours after now.
Yes.
That's when the contest ends.
35 minutes. Yes. If we have 35 minutes in the next 24 hours, R2R will pick a winner out of anybody that has bought an NFT, and you will receive 1,000 trunk.
Yeah. That sounds like a good plan. I liked Thor's comment a moment ago. He's running low on minting funds this week because he spent all his money on the mints from the Girl Scout cookies. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I only buy on Sundays, but God, can we talk about trunk a little bit, man?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever you want, Patrick.
It's like when Bank Teller says he's going for $1 million. I mean, that was kind of like, wow, okay,
he hit him.
The bar
hit
has
$1 million.
Set.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. And so that's why I swapped, because every time he's said something about a certain thing that it's time to buy, it's like, wow, if you got in on that day, you would have been in profit after every time he's mentioned something.
So he literally said 5 or blah, 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 blah. He said he has $1 million. What did he say that?
He said he was going to mint $1 million, and then he minted $1 million.
Yeah, no, he said he was going for $1 million, and then he put a screenshot up saying he just hit it because he showed his trumpet. Yeah, and it's all in trumpet.
I mean, the trunk being relatively, if you compare it to like elephant, the scarcity of it is just like magnitudes less than elephant. And then you combine that with being on the public market, like on the sexes as well. So someone can just go onto, one of the sexes like Binance.
But we don't have any. He's not listed on any yet.
But when it does, like elephant will never be on the sex, but trunk does. And then you combine that with trumpet, the staking. I get why he got $1 million. And that's why I swapped to buying NFTs to buying trunk going forward. But I'm torn. I'll probably alternate, buy NFTs and also trunk.
I mean, buy an NFT in the next 24 hours, and you might get 1,000 trunk.
That's true.
There you go.
And a black you get too.
Win.
Yeah, I'm with you, Patrick. I'm a big fan of trunk and trumpet. That's one of my favorite, outside of the elephant token, one of my favorite tools. I think it's just going to take some time as Bertha continues to buy and burn and mint trumpet. It's a blessing in disguise right now, these cheap prices. We know the behavior of what Bertha is doing to the trunk token. And so those with the eyes to see and to do your own research and see what's happening with that. It's just a matter of time. I think, like we mentioned right now with the elephant token, it rises all boats kind of thing with the NFT APR, etc. So I think that's also why a lot of the focus is on elephant. But no, the trunk will have its day, and as more so that Bertha buys and burns, and the bigger she is, it will just have that day sooner. So
yeah, I mean, like Crypto Slow says, is the fortunes are made when people's attention is elsewhere. So everyone's attention is on like Bitcoin, the upcoming bull run. And so so stuff like trunk, I mean, now to me the price is depressed. Like I thought I was in at a good price at 8 cents, and so now that it's at 6 cents, I'm like going, oh my god.
Wait, Trump's at 6 cents right now?
Yeah. Yep.
I just want to
dude, I had no idea.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I just want to like, to me the bottom is in.
Well, go ahead. Yeah.
And if the bottom isn't in, you know what that means? The Bertha buys and burns more.
Yeah,
That, you know, so all the listen, I get it. If I bought trunk at $1, I know AG bought trunk at $1, right? We get it, right? All these people that are like, oh my god, I bought it at $1, it's never gonna be $1. Well, guess what? Now it's 6 cents. So buy some at 6 cents, right?
Yeah.
And all these people are like, oh my god, why did it go down again? Well, guess what? It's still being burnt every single day. We're up to like 800,000 that Bertha's burnt. And we're low. We're like super low. Like Bertha's not even big yet. And she's already burnt almost 800,000 in the first month.
Yeah, the fortune made when the price is depressed.
Ooh. Yeah. So Crypto Flyer, yes, we will get the however many there. We have to hit 35. And we will get we'll pull the blockchain data and we'll do a random drawing for the wallet and we'll just send it to them. We can do that. Live on air next week.
Yeah. I like it. Live on air. Probably before you start drinking, though.
You can blame the drink fairy, dude. This is like 40 ounces of 8% beer.
I think the show gets better, you know, the drunker we get.
That's what I'm saying, right? I agree with Patrick. Yeah. Who cares about the Super Bowl? Screw the
San Francisco 49ers. That's who I'm going for.
Screw the Swifties.
Who you got, Goldman? San Francisco, right?
100%.
100%.
Even if they lose. I also had Baltimore, and I don't even like Baltimore. And then I was really pulling for the Bills and the Lions. Those are the two people I was rooting for.
Yeah, same. And you know, it's like, god dang, the Ravens, the record was, it seemed like insurmountable, but you know, I was really pulling for the Lions too.
Yeah.
They screwed that up.
Off the ball. I mean, come on. They were up 24-7 at halftime. What did they do? Take a nap? That's when the league came and said, guys, you're not allowed to win, right? You know, we have to get Brock Purdy. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He's got to be in the Super Bowl against Patrick, the greatest guy of all time.
And you know, Taylor Swift. So,
and oh my gosh, she's a plant. I agree. She's a plant. I agree.
A plant.
Her and Mr. Pfizer, right?
Yeah. I think I told you guys this before the show started, but there was a couple conspiracy theories going around saying that there's like 3 or 4 female products that are advertising in the Super Bowl this year, and it's all because Taylor Swift and the Chiefs are in it. Like one was like a Tampax commercial and things like that. Not saying that's bad, but it's just never been done before. So it's kind of weird that they do it now, and Taylor Swift is big on the scene. All right, guys. Patrick's lights are dimming as minutes go.
Patrick's getting blurry.
I'll have to exit in 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go drain my bag.
Right.
I gotta go drain my bag. What the hell are you talking about?
Zach, it's good to see you back in the studio.
Yes, sir.
I know you are probably excited to get back to the daily grind of what do you do?
Yeah, good question.
He's an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see you get a job at McDonald's.
Hey,
I really am excited about that.
Keep tuning in, man. It's gonna be an epic year, epic series. Yeah, man.
You have to apply in the suit.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Make sure you mint those NFTs so we can give away that 1,000 trunk, and you might get that 2-second free one by getting a black NFT. So get busy right now.
In the Telegram chat for that one.
If you mint 35, I can almost guarantee you'll get a black one. And you'll have 35 chances in the drawing for 1,000 trunk.
It's pretty good odds. Mind blowing.
Nice hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming back on, Patrick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It's been a blast.
And don't
All
forget
right.
about the writing article as well contest,
Yeah,
guys. It's another
more
great
days.
way to earn an NFT each month. You can earn one each month. Yeah.
You could win it.
Listen, and 2 days to vote, right? You have 2 more days. So if your favorite author isn't in the top 3, you need to drum up the business.
So we got 3 like ways to win something going on right now.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Elephant money. Man, I tell you what, it's good to be in the herd right now.
What?
Buying stuff when it's on the sale. Oh, it's going to be a good year. I can feel it. All right, guys. Each one.
Crypto flyer, yes.
Have a good one.
Yes.
Crypto
Entry
flyer,
for every NFT you buy. Ooh, we should do that.
No, is it or is it every
100%. If you mint more than one, you should definitely get more than one entry.
So if I mint 35, then do
get
I
35
automatically
entries?
win?
No, because what if somebody mints 36? They're in it too. That's
Okay,
the odds.
as long as it's in. Okay, so what if only 34 get minted, and we don't hit that?
Sucks to be
35?
them. Sucks to be them.
So it just rolls over to the following day.
We'll just figure it out.
We'll see next
Start,
week.
24 hours.
You-
start over again.
You have 24 hours. Well, you have 23 hours to mint.
23 hours.
If not,
All right,
we'll come up with a new challenge next week until we give away that 1,000 trunk.
Nice.
All right, I'm calling it quits.
Woo. All right.
Peace.
All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you Wednesday on X Spaces. Later.
2 more days.
Right article.